of different than the last one? I guess this is supposed to, this is live now.
Yeah. What feedback did you get off when you went live when we was here trying to make it work with Bianca's sour puss self? I'm really sorry. I forgot. That wasn't her. Sour puss. Who's my man that talks that? Sylvester. The cat. Succotash. That's a sick.
Sylvester. I'm thinking Stallone when she goes and says.
You talking? I don't think he's Looney Tunes. Sylvester the cat.
Yes, they're all under the.
Is he Looney Tunes?
Okay, all under the.
He quick sour puss. He quick to call somebody a sour puss. I love that word.
Mo Black Money, hey, how are you? I ain't seen you in like 1,000 years. This is my big sister, my favorite sister.
Oh boy!
Just because we have so much in common, we're closer in age. You said, hey sis.
What's up?
How's everything going? How you been? How's your new year? Hopefully it's off to a good start. Knowing you, I know that you are, on your way to doing big things like usual. Tell the wife I said hi too. But yeah, we're just chilling. This was a spontaneous visit, and thank you. Yeah, spontaneous visit, we just chilling. I don't know, maybe I should put some music on. We ain't gonna do like back in the day, Periscope days. That was the crazy days. That was when I was a lot younger, a lot more free, a lot less weight, able to move freely. Oh, now I just have a seat and relax. The good old days, right. They shut me down, man. If they ain't shut me down, I'd have still been being great. But they said, have a seat. You all right? Have a seat. You've done enough. But yeah, we are just chilling, Mo Black Money. That is
about to play a very special card game. Unless you.
Yeah. We're about to do some adult activities. Play some
card game for lovers and friends.
Okay, so what type of questions will be on this card game?
Well, I believe it's questions to challenge your friend or loved one or spouse I guess you could say anything that's relevant to love, whether it's intimacy or sexual intimacy, relationship questions, things like that.
Sounds fun. I'm looking forward to it.
There's some ratchet questions on there too. That ain't gotta get down and dirty on the cards, on the ones I buy. I keep it 100.
Yes, it's going to be interesting. Her husband is going to go grab the cards now. So, until then, I'm trying to think, should I put some music on? I don't know.
Okay.
I got to see if my computer is even, because my computer.
Do a acapella.
I'm gonna take it for it.
Tell me I'm the best I am. I'll be feeling like yes I am. You know I'm the best I am. Be a fool to not take me as I am. I'll be feeling yes I am. Fool to not take me as I am.
What kind of music y'all want to hear?
Sitting on. If they're not in the back seat, they fell on the side of where I was sitting.
What type of music y'all want to hear? Y'all in the mood for something slow? Like some R&B? Or something to be like boop, 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 boop? Some old fast stuff? or some of the slow stuff? We gonna go fast or slow? Or fast or slow? Which way we going, y'all? Come on, tell me, fast or slow? Fast or slow? Put it in the comments, fast or slow? What we doing?
What about slow, just to get the vibe started?
Oh, she beat y'all to it. Slow. We gonna get this thing slow. A little slow, 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 slow. You got a request?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you talking about your songs?
No.
Oh.
Song.
Oh. Yeah. Yes, my song "Damage" by her. Oh,
One of these days you'll know my songs by request.
That one.
Now if I say, yeah, my song, you'd be like, oh.
I would describe it by the video. That's where I am at this point. The video or the lyrics, what it's talking about. I'm horrible with names, titles, street names. I'm good with imagery and the big picture. Like summing up what the conversation was about. Not the necessary details of it, but the big picture. I mean, I'm really trying to work with these details. I'm not really good with those, but I try to get good with them, you know?
And you said her?
Yeah, her.
What's it called?
Damage. That's my song. It's actually, what is it? The song actually has a purpose. It's one of my songs that I use for myself, I guess you could say. When it comes to my trauma work, that song be getting me through it, yo. Thank you.
What I'm wondering is if they can hear it, because I don't want to put it up too loud because it's way too. And then I'm like, this dumb music that's playing in the background, you hear it?
Yeah.
If they can hear it over that, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying.
If I was more than you could manage, yeah.
Can y'all hear the song?
Oh, we could be close to me, maybe giving me promise that you won't let me fall.
That's her song.
Holding me tight, loving me right, giving me life, all that a nigga could be. Telling me lies, making me cry, wasting my time the whole time. So just be careful what you take for granted. Why? Cause with me, know you could do damage. You could do damage. You could have done damage. Yeah. Worry about it, putting pressure. Why? You only keep me if I let you. No, we ain't doing this just for pleasure. Either love me or I'm a lesson. Gonna know if you want me, don't take me for granted. Yeah. If I were more than you could manage, baby. Oh, you're falling for me. Ooh, baby, I caught it. Ooh, we could be whatever you been call it. Yeah, girl. Oh.
Are you trying to come up here?
Huh? Is it gonna chop my hair?
No, because we can adjust the camera.
Because I'm like Eiffel Tower. And you the little lady. I might come up there. It was like her head left. Oh, it works out.
Yeah.
I'm reading the card games.
You could do damage. You could do damage. You could do damage.
Yes, personal questions for lovers. But it did say you can flip it like if it's the card rules. Receive the first question. Another player takes the top card and decides which of the two questions to ask you. Okay, yeah, that's right. So that's how it goes.
Y'all want to play the game too? We can ask the question and y'all can put your answer in the comments. You know, you could be included.
Well, these questions might get a little interesting. So give them the. Here, I guess you can show them the box.
So this is the box to. Where's the camera? I'm acting retarded. Extreme personal questions for lovers. The game for couples that breaks all your boundaries. So maybe you want to be like in a good place with your person when you play this. You don't want to be like asking questions and then they be like, "What you mean? I know you ain't say." It's just a game, baby. Relax.
How you don't know that question? Like, oh my god. Game starting already.
For real, so you don't know all the 5 years and you don't know my favorite food? Like, what's going on? It's supposed to be for fun. Don't take it so serious. Now, what's something called Every Kind of Way? You know that song? That's what came on that.
No, but I like her voice. Her voice is one of them raspy. I like her voice. She's flowing, like with her music.
Okay, so what we just take one from here?
Oh yes, it's
And this one supposed to be asking you?
yeah, you whoever initiated playing the game gets to receive the first question. The other player takes the top card and decides which of the two questions to ask. You can either answer thoroughly or pass. If passing, the card is discarded, and then you draw a new card and ask your lover the next question. That's kind of drawing. So let's just do it, I guess you could say personal. So, it ain't gotta be about a lover, so to speak. So
comment section. This question is for you. What were you doing the last time you got caught with your pants down or off?
Don't answer.
Okay. It might not be what the most obvious one is. You know, you could have been caught. You could have been in the bathroom and somebody walked in. You forgot to lock the door. It could be a lot of different stuff, you know. So if you're going to participate, let me know. What were you doing the last time you got caught with your pants down or off? And I'm trying to think myself also. Because I feel like when you say that you got caught, I don't feel like I got caught with my pants down or off.
Because I feel like you're saying that you play these type of games versus what I feel you need to look for and see which one you're going to try.
Or y'all gonna keep your answers to yourself? Or are you just struggling like me? Because I'm struggling right now. Like, I'm actually really struggling. Because I'm like, did I get caught? I don't know. I feel like the caught thing is like, it's kind of throwing me off. Just because I don't feel like I got caught.
So you have to do 10 cards.
And the other question, it wasn't caught for me either. Right, that's what I'm saying, More Blood Money. Like, that caught is throwing me off. I'm like, I don't feel like I was caught with my pants down or off. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing, no incident I can think of. They have another question on here that says, what was going on the last time you felt delusional?
That's interesting.
So for me, that's a very easy one. The last time, what was going on the last time I felt delusional will probably be whenever me and my husband has a miscommunication. Because whenever we have a miscommunication, I swear I feel like I must be delusional, because what I remember what you just said is what you telling me you didn't just say. Or what I remember you didn't just say is what you telling me you did say. You know, like, we be really needing a third party, because I'm like, I swear this is not how it just happened. But according to you, I'm making it up. It's not, you know, so yes, during those type of situations, I be feeling delusional a lot of times. Like, okay, I guess it's me. I guess I'm the delusional one here. I guess I got it all wrong. So that would be my answer for the last time I felt delusional. How about you? When's the last time you felt delusional? When was the last time, something happened that made you feel delusional? Malik make me feel delusional all the time. Whenever we have this communication,
a lot of times
he says, I didn't say that, or I didn't say, and I'm like, yo, you did.
A lot of times I'll feel that way, and then it's because I'm a feeler primarily, and I'm not a thinking person. So a lot of times I give emotional answers, and sometimes I'm mindless to that is emotional response, which people have this look, and I was like, uh-oh, better get makeup. I was like, I did it. I might have not spoke on facts here and confused the heck out of the audience. So there, my apologies. What was the question again? And I'll forget. So I was like, listen, so come for me. Less is more. Oh. What was going on the last time you felt like you were a ticking time bomb? I got a whole bunch of...
What was going on the last time you felt like a ticking time bomb? The last time I would say I felt like I was literally going to explode. So a couple months back, I had a student who I was assigned to be like their one-on-one, and we were going on a trip, and he decided to slip off with one of his friends when he knows he's supposed to be with me at all times. So what happened was, they were getting food at the food court. So I was waiting for them, and while I'm waiting for them, I was on a call. So as soon as I get off the phone and I look up, him and his friend, I guess, hurried up and scurried away. Like, okay, this is our chance to break for it. And they left me. And I'm just like, are you serious? We're all the way in Jersey at the aquarium. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, yo, there's no way that I'm literally only here because of you, to have my eye on you, and you freaking leave. So for at least, I guess it was like an hour and a half left of that trip, I was just looking for him until finally, you know, all I could do was just hope that he would come back during the time to leave, like come back to the bus with all the rest of the kids. And we're counting, you know, time is going, it's time for him to show up, he's not here. Another 10 minutes, he's not here. What's up, bro G? Another I'm like, yo, like we literally are down to like the last 10 minutes before the bus is going to leave. My heart is pounding. What am I going to tell these people? You know, so he casually comes strolling up. I'm like ready to explode, but of course the other side of me is just relieved that he's there. And you know this little sneaky behind gonna try to flip it on me like, well, you was on your phone. Are you serious right now? That's what we're gonna do? That's what we're gonna do? That's the answer we're going with? Okay. That's the answer we're going with. Listen, bro, like, we're not gonna do this. You're not 5 years old, 10 years. This is a 15-year-old, okay? You know darn well that I was here for you. No, bro, G, I do remember you. How have you been? Happy New Year's. So, no, it's just I was in the middle of telling the story, but yeah, so like I had to let him know, like, listen, we're not gonna do that. Yes, I was taking a call, but you know darn well that you guys were supposed to get food and come and sit down. So let's not do that. So eventually he ended up apologizing, and I'm like, you need to pinky promise me right now. We're gonna pinky promise that the next time we go on a trip, you are not gonna pull one of these acts, cause my heart, like if you can see my heart right now, you ain't put me through this again. You trying to tell me on a 3-4 hour trip that me taking a phone call for 2 minutes, you wanna disappear on me? Heck no. So yes, that was the last time I was like about to explode on this kid. How about y'all? Y'all got any stories? Last time y'all was about to explode. But bro, G, how are you? How you been? How's your New Year's been treating you so far? We're like halfway into the January now, so you know that's a nice amount of time to make some leeway into whatever, towards the direction of whatever your goals are for this year.
I'm a very unique person. Way past normal. Yeah, we're just gonna stick with that. I'm unique.
I love my big sister. She's funny. She's probably the funniest person in my circle to me, which is why I love being around her. She always have good energy. She always gonna make me laugh. Just being herself. You know, it's not like she's trying to be a comedian. I think that's what makes comedians to me more funny, when it's natural and you're not trying. I tell her all the time that she needs to come up with like a 20-minute special. And she never do it.
It's going down. I'm gonna turn into Huey on her. Hey, my man, that was you? That was you? Not with that outfit, it wasn't you, was it? I'm coming for you.
But I really think she has what it takes to do like a 20-minute special. But yeah, that was my little story or whatever. You had a story for the last time you remember blowing up or wanting to tick?
Yes. Someone tried to Emmett Till my son. You got me, and you know the rest.
Yes, that right there don't need any explanations. Obviously, that will get somebody very pissed.
These ones will bring questions up I never thought to ask. That's why I be buying them. Help me with my thinking thing, you know?
So now the one that you guys all been waiting for.
I must be naughty.
Where is the dirtiest place you ever had sex?
I'll go over here. They're there. I'm so far. Where's the dirty? Come on.
You're like, I'm not here. I'm here, but I'm not here. No one wants to answer this. No one wants to answer this.
Well, I guess I'll answer it. You say, is it the dirtiest place?
Yeah, what is the dirtiest place?
Well, the dirtiest, I would have to translate into not morally acceptable. That kind of dirty. With my husband. He is outside of stuff. That's what is it out there for me. So they're there.
He said, cut it. Cut it.
That's it. You know, this married folk business. Now, this ain't, oh, I hooked up with you maybe because he bought me a Happy Meal. No. We're talking in over a decade.
I would probably go with, cause you like try to do a whole trailer in your mind, like trying to figure out all of the scenes. Like it's just like too many scenes to try to swift through. But I'd probably say because it was just so. I think it stuck out to me because I'm a reaction junkie too. And because I think I'm the more naughty one in our relationship, so it made it more funny to me because he was like, no, like we're like, he was not like, oh, we're not doing this because I won't say whose house we were at, but we were at a house that was not our house, and you know there were people around. And I think that's what made it more exciting. And we were in the basement, and just hearing people walking over you, knowing they could come down anytime, that made him uncomfortable. He's like, no, we're not doing it, especially since it was my side of. I think he would have probably felt more comfortable if it was his side of the family, but because it's my side of the family, he ain't trying to get caught on my side of the family. And I'm like, listen, no, we're doing this. It's going down. So, yeah, I think because of all of it, especially it being funny, that's why that one stuck out to me. This is a very interesting question because of the way they frame it. And they say, why should you be famous?
Because I live authentically and I am, and I'm not performing for anyone because they're looking. And we need the world to be more authentic. That way we can teach the children how to be real and not, what's it called, fake.
Bro G, why should you be famous? Give me an answer. Why should you be famous? Why should you be famous? The reason why I say why I think that I should be famous is because if I was famous, I would use my platform of being known to make sure that I did something positive with it. It wouldn't be like a selfish mission. Will there be things that I do that is just for me and my family? Absolutely. But that would not be the end all be all. I would use that platform, I would use my famous, identity to do all kind of things, things that I believe in, things that I feel like, messages that I feel like I should get out there, and obviously doing that as someone who has no quote unquote reach, it's going to be a little more difficult to spread that type of, energy if you don't have the platform. So that's why I would say for me.
This is an interesting question. Is what was going on the last time you thought to yourself that this is the first day of the rest of my life?
When we said Happy New Year, because New Year, a new me, and you're just like, okay, this is the year. I know I said that 20 years.
Yeah, you do that.
This gonna be the one.
We do that New Year's resolution. People get all excited, like, yeah, I ain't doing none of that stupid stuff this year. I'm going on with a new thing. And then when they carry that in for a good, strong 2 months.
I thought you were going to say 2 days.
I was trying to be generous. I was trying to at least give them more.
2 weeks.
Some people, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, so yes. New Year, definitely.
It says, if you were to be frisked, what possession of yours would you least want to have on your body?
Well, the first thing came to my head.
What possession? just like to have.
Yeah, nigga. What possession would you least like to have if you was getting frisked by, more than likely a security guard, police officer? What's the last thing you need him to find on you that you possess that could be embarrassing? For me,
Yeah, we know.
oh, he said, yeah, shut up.
No, I know it's trouble. No, I'm just saying that I think I know it's trouble.
Come on, you know what I was gonna say. Come on with
Right
it.
up the toe chop.
For me, it would be something, naughty.
Well, on you. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like a pad or something.
Well, I mean,
Some of them, yeah. Like,
when I was younger, yes, that would have been embarrassing. But once I, grew up and I realized every woman has the.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, it ain't.
Mine is that they have a disorder with it. They don't have a period. This is actually a thing. I was stunned when I found out. But I was jealous, and then I was like, they can't have babies. That's not a reason to be jealous. So, for me, it was,
You see, I'm the type of person, I guess, that would still be embarrassed by things that I shouldn't be embarrassed by.
fair enough.
So what he said would actually be embarrassing to me. Like if they were frisking me and some reason their hand went there and was like, oh, what's that? You got something you're smuggling? Like, just a pad. Like, that would be so like, no, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
For a chick to
I guess,
actually
yeah.
smuggle some stuff is you put it inside the actual pad and then you do it into the wear that joint. It's like, yo, I'm on my thing with you and the pad be all down there. Like,
Well, honestly, girls have put contraband in their vagina. So, that's not a thing that they wouldn't, consider because of sex, which is nasty as hell. But, yeah, I could just feel the yeast infection from here. Like, I'm not about to put nothing in my snatch. Talking about let me get it through security. Can you imagine walking with a foreign object just inside you, just sitting there? Like, no, I'm not about to do none of that. I guess if you're in a situation, you're going to do whatever it takes. But, yeah, that's why I don't live that way. Terribly gross. What's this one? It says, what song gets you the most hot and bothered? Mr. Nasty Town. Nephew, what you doing to my woman? What you doing to my nephew? I thought that was you, baby. No, you didn't. Now I want to see next Friday. Funniest movie ever. Absolutely funniest movie. Whether you high or not, that movie is epically funny. And it'll always be. My favorites are the first two. The third one, when they've got Cat Williams and stuff in it, that was okay, but the first two is where I live. Friday and next Friday. Hilarious. Sugar, she paid that role. They should have paid her double. She was like Debbie, what I remember. Like, she was so, like, oh my God. Like, but she seemed like a lot of times she just wasn't hella sexual. Yeah, you gonna look his nephew right in front of him.
If the world was coming to an end in a day, how would you spend your last 24 hours?
Having sex? I'm dead serious. I want to go out while I'm going out. Yeah, nigga. Take me out. I done bust major nuts. I'm good to go. See the shallowness of me. I'm working.
Yeah, it would be a combination of that and then plus, of course, eating good food.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like it would just be a total like Netflix chill kind of day. Like let's just stay in, good food, good movies, sex, and just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Sounds doable, I'm all in. Here's your second question, sir. Now, Ross, what was going on the last time you felt really old? And answer that, my kids calling me old in front of company. Like, oh my God, you disrespectful people.
And what their company?
Yeah. I ain't got no friends. Well, still, it's about respect. They're like, Mom, you so old. Whoa, I just selected a song. Why I gotta be in a nursing home just because I picked a song? Just retire me, why don't you? I'm old because I ain't listening to they rap. That's hilarious to me. And then, oh, you got a question?
Well, have two.
Yes. What is the strangest place you have ever woken up naked, and why were you there? I've never woke up naked anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was a strange place. So good for me.
Yeah, that's like somebody who's been drunk, that type of thing. I don't know, and I don't.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, you can ask that. Oh, you can't? I got one for you. Come on now. Skeletons in your closet. Oh, cemetery.
If you had a superpower where you could shoot something out of your mouth, what would it be and how would you use it?
See, I'm naughty. I wouldn't. That's probably why I don't have any superpowers. If I could shoot something out of my mouth, it will be seduction. See the naughtiness? I seduce soon as somebody giving me some difficulties. What did you say? Nothing. I know. Like, I just being asked to enforce my own comfortability when it comes to no confrontation. Stop, please. I can't take this shit. I just can't. Like, I'm not here for it. Even if I started it, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't want no confrontation, period. I feel like we should be able to talk about everything in a calm tone. You coming from me. But yeah.
Me, I would, unfortunately, this would be a selfish kind of superpower, but it could be selfless because I can help other people also. I would turn my mouth into an ATM.
That'd be sweet.
I can't do it in front of people because obviously that's weird. Going home. Yeah, we can just get that house right now.
I didn't think of that. But yeah.
Just spit that $1 million.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. You come up with the most interesting of things. Oh man. What is your strangest ritual or superstition? Well, I guess if I walk on the cracks on the ground, I lose. I don't know. I did that more than I didn't do it. And counting steps. Like, I would sit and be like, don't count them. And then count them anyway. I'm like, why do I gotta count? And why do it gotta be even when I land? Like, I'm just stuck in my own nonsense.
I don't do it every single time, but sometimes I'll count my deodorant. Like,
oh, that too? I count that too.
sometimes. Not every time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it can't be an odd number. I'm like, the only odd number I bang with heavy, and it's weird, is number 7. But not just any 7. The one with the line on the bottom. And it's almost as if, I know it's something spiritual with that 7 for me. But yeah, that's the only odd number I bang with.
You know what's funny? Because my younger self, my favorite number was 7. But then in my older years, up to current, it became 8. And then also I have a nemesis number that I don't know something about it. The energy, I don't like it.
Okay.
Number 4. It was just weird.
Oh, yeah.
What? That's your number? Okay, yeah. Like, I'm like, I don't know. 8. And it's crazy because they're half, but that wasn't on purpose. But like 8 is my lucky number, and then 4 is like, ugh. But
Yeah. 5 is another one for me. I used to, it's the way I wrote it, down, around, and then I put the top. I would never lift the pen up with the 5, and the 5 to me is not just a 5. It's like I'm seeing coding, and I just can't translate. I know it's spiritual. I'm working on that though. I know it.
one thing that was a weird ritual for me, if you go into like all of my old notebooks I had all the way from like 17, that's like falling apart, like crazy looking, I've been doing the same thing where I have to journal, but not even necessarily journal because it's not expressing my feelings. It's like planning, yeah. I have to plan, and then whenever I have any kind of, I guess, anxiety and I need to release it, I plan again. It don't matter if it's the same exact stuff. Like, so it's just funny because I'll open up a book and it will literally have like the same. It might be in like a different order. Like it might be 1 through 7. You know, but then on the next page it'll have 1 through 7, but they'll just be in a different order. Mm-hmm. And then like as you're going through the book, like you'll just see this repetitive stuff. Like I just have to see it again, or I have to write it again. You know, like.
Right.
And I don't know. I guess it's like might be a form of OCD with that. But I have to.
I got that too. Yeah.
So that's definitely a weird ritual.
If I wind up realizing that I'm counting when I walk, I gotta land on the even steps. Like, it's like annoying at this point. I'm like, why am I a prisoner to this? Just stop.
We got some OCD quirks. Like
God. It's annoying. I'm annoying myself, and I'm in control. It's dumb. What was so great about your best one night stand ever? What the shit? Who says it was
that
great?
I never had to see him again.
I don't even know how to answer that question. So I'm gonna just go past it. I don't even know how to answer that. What was so
How do you feel about being tied up during sex?
Oh, I don't like that. I get
Oh, you don't like that?
Well, I'm too fidgety. But, well, I have ADHD, so certain things are not easy for me when it comes to restriction. This is a hyper high energy disorder, or what I like to say, creativeness. So you restricted me, and then once that adrenaline and cortisol come pumping out, and I'm like, well, you want to get me high. I need something where I can just be restricted. Listen, I can restrict you. That might be fun. But if you restrict me, it had to be maybe one thing. But I still got to move something. Mm-hmm. And now I'll work with you. But the tying up thing.
Yeah, I like it a lot. But what I will say that I've noticed about myself is that when it comes to being a dominant or a submissive, that I do seem to enjoy the role of a dominant more. Only if I'm, and not, see, when I say I enjoy being dominant more, I'm not talking about during sex. During sex, I actually prefer to be the submissive. It's during the foreplay, like the role playing and stuff, that's when I like to be dominant. But when we're actually in the process, then I like to flip.
That makes sense. That's fair. I never knew that much about myself to be able to answer so eloquently. But yeah, I don't even know how to. What was even the question?
Well, it was about like being tied up, but I just went deeper into it.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess I'll go deeper into it because I'm just fucking tied up part. I'm picturing it, and I'm like, I don't like what I'm looking at. I want it to let me out. So I'll just say my version of restriction would have to be. It would have to be blindfolded. That is as freaky as it's getting with me not being able to see or do something. You take my eyes out. That's it. Don't go and get cuffs and like, listen. I'm gonna be sitting there working on them cuffs trying to get out of them, and I don't know why it's an automatic. I don't have to think. I'll be like, oh, and then I'll start. Okay. It's like I'm challenging myself right away, and I don't know how to just chill and just. I just do the moves. I'm trapped in this body. I feel like Chucky. Get me out of this body, Andy. Do it. Like I'm just trapped in this bitch. If you only understood it.
I think that in a healthy way, because I'm not sadistic. So it's not like going over the line where I'm trying to see blood, but in a healthy, playful way, I get enjoyment off of like punishing and like beating them up and stuff. Like, but you know, just in a playful way.
Honestly, I have a similar challenge, and I had did some childhood trauma work, and recently learned that I have a psychological trigger that's not mindful. It's completely mindless, and it has to do with me feeling powerless as a girl, and it translates sexually. So that's why I like to be the aggressor, because I felt out of control most of the time. My therapist helped me with this. Ain't that crazy how that twisted for me? Like, word? I was like, hold on, Doc, I gotta simmer on this one. You just got me feeling different. I was like, wow, wow. That was deep for me. I don't think I ever told you that. Did I? I didn't tell you that? Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like that I don't know something and it's me. That's why I'm getting angry. Every time I find or learn something new about and I didn't know it and it's me, I'm personalizing it. And I don't know how to not do it. I just feel like it's a reason why I didn't know that. Because I wasn't allowed to run Kanisha. He was too busy doing it for me. It had me living in all this fear. I had to sneak to date. I'm like, you ain't giving me intimacy. And I need to be nowhere but in the house with the curtains pulled down with mom, doing nothing. Till Candace or somebody come over. If he don't eat it,
Right.
like we moles and he want to just pull curtains down all day and we stay in the house so he can successfully run the street. So no. But yeah, I just found that trippy. So now when I'm doing that, it's different for me. It kind of took some of the fun out of it. And now that I know what's fueling it, I'm like, oh man, I'm basically reintroducing myself to me. So yeah, that's kind of cringe, but that's some reality check from my behind, big time. Oh wow, these questions get better and better. What is the most desperate thing you have done to get someone to like you? Buy them plantain chips. The most desperate thing I've done to get someone to like me. Buy plantain chips. There, you have it. I'm embarrassed. Oh, not so much. I felt like a nut after you explained it. I was like, yeah, you stupid ass. Just sit down and shut up.
That was a good try.
Right. When have you acted the most outrageous with a stripper? I guess you could say the most outrageous, because I was going to say one of the times I was out with her and it was the female situation, but it would have to be my best friend. Because he kept trying to do the most. And I'm like, nigga, could you just dance over there? Stop trying to pick me the front. And I kicked him in his nuts. But I was just trying to. And Bianca like, niece, you surprised? And I was like, well, sure. I don't know how to accept this. I'm not used to being handled this way. It's like it's fun, but it's not like if you would stop touching me, I would appreciate that. But I think she told me to do it. Assuming I would like it. Right. And I'm like, man, how many times I got? She just refused to believe it. Ooh, I keep telling her, and I'm like, at least you was a hoe. I'm like, oh my God, you're just so dumb. Okay, I was a hoe, you're right. I should just accept it. You know, like I think I am trying to excel in life and not be hoish. I should just be a hoe, like, because you said I am. Oh my God. Come on.
Oh man. What could I ask you that would make you want to slap me?
First of all, I would never want to slap you. I'm going to just say that right now. That's something I know. I'm not going to want to slap you. But what would make me cringe, like, this, why? It would have to be something that you think of us doing to spend quality time with Pop. Like, what's that? You just said? Yeah, what you doing to me? Like, please, let's just take them out for brunch. Candace. It's a no, baby. But niece is public. You know how your brother love it. So it's just a brunch. No, it's not. Not with him. So yeah, that would be worthy of a, no, especially if you was to push it and not drop it. I'm like, okay, Candace, this is obviously a bad time to hang out. I'm gonna just get back with you.
I think if you were to, with a seriousness type of face, like, and I don't know, like, with the passive aggressive, indirect, when people do like backhanded type of stuff, like, why do you look like that? Or, you know, like saying, you know, stuff like, we like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, or just, you know, something that would just throw me off.
I don't like that either.
I don't like when people do those like shady kind of compliments or saying things that there's more to it.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm
That
not good
type
with
of
that,
stuff,
but
like-
I pick it up. I just don't know what to do with it. Especially if they're not going to be honest, because it's hard for me to think past my challenges. So.
I don't even like, and sometimes I feel like it's innocent, but people need to get out of the habit of telling someone they look nice today. Leave the today out. You know what I mean? Just say, wow, you look nice. But when you put in like, you look nice today, for someone especially who struggles with self-image or insecurity, so I guess I just be walking around looking crazy every other day, right?
Yeah.
But specifically today.
So you're a literal? Because I'm a literal brain,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And I think I drive people nuts about that. Because I would like to take in the, you know, I would like it to not be so literal, but I can't do anything about my filter. So I try to ask questions versus jump to being offended. I'll listen very well because I'm a great listener. It's just when I feel like, did you just come for me real quick? Wait, what you just said?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, this going left. Because now I'm wondering if I can trust you in a conversation. Because I have a disadvantage conversing. If you're not honest and for me and I'm for you, you can manipulate me right now and you will get away with it. I will not be able to tell. This is my injury. I can't tell if someone's working me when it comes to like especially like mostly adults, not necessarily children, but adults for sure. Like especially them narcissistic adults or adults with the gift of gab, adults that's fast talkers, talk a circle on my ass. I'll be like, what you just said, like every time I'll have a total disadvantage, every time. So a lot of times I stay away from people that are good with talking. Because they can tell instantly that I'm not. And that they have the advantage. So if I don't know you personally, you think I'm gonna stick around and talk to you while you would play in my face? No, I'm cool. I've been belittled enough in life and talk circles around. I don't want to be in that kind of situation anymore. So that's where I stand with that. Is that your second question?
Yeah.
What role play fantasy most appeals to you? Well, I mean, if me and me and him could actually role play. At this point, I believe we probably both thirsty. We don't tend to do very good on that type of stuff. I guess because, life happens so much. By the time we do it, we like glad we doing it because we wasn't. And it's like, it's hard to become normal sometimes with life and kids.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a
Specific scenario.
But if I would have to say my fantasy, he possesses. Because he's mixed race and then he has an accent. So my fantasy is to be with someone that speaks another language or has an accent. So, yeah.
I like again, I like both. So they're both good. I can't really necessarily say I like them equally because when we role play, I actually prefer when I get to be the dominant. Like I said, whenever there's a situation, like I have different characters. And I usually try, like if I'm being spontaneous, I'll create a different person. It's just out of nowhere. But a lot of times I'll use the same people because it's just fun that way, because then it's like whatever characteristics I built within that person, it almost feel like you're really with a different person because it's that same person. You know what I mean? And we can pick up from whatever was going on. And but I have characters that are sweet when I want to be against the stuff. Like I'll go to like that person that's here from Miss Exchange Student type thing. That's when I'm being, you know, where he's having the power, because I'm here at his house. You know, I'm here as an exchange student. What can I do, like, to earn my keep here? Like, do you need help around the house? I know you have kids, you know. But if I'm not coming in that kind of energy, and I'm coming in as, like, dominatrix type thing, then that's when, that's my favorite one. I don't know what, but you know what? Because it's funny, like, to just like do the little, you know, beating and stuff. Yeah. So it's fun, but it's fun. So that's my preference.
I'm so scared for the kids to hear me. That can be rather loud.
Okay.
On purpose. No, I'm being real. It's on purpose. I'm like, woo! Come on! It ain't like that. It ain't like that loud. But it's, I mean, yeah, so it's like, right. So they give me cringe because the walls thin. And I can't, I think I'm talking on my ass, but I feel like I'll survive it, but I don't think I would. If I was to come downstairs and they would tell me, Mom, we heard you last night, the murder that would happen to me on the spot. I could see myself in this moment just completely disassociated. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. I just keep going because I would die on spot. And after they get away from me, I would go in a room and just have a complete meltdown and wouldn't know how to face it moving forward. Like, because for me, that's the most inappropriate thing. I know Pops clearly in my part, but for me, if my kids was there, hear it, and then at these ages, some of most Kings actors, it's smarter than me. I would at least I know they can picture certain stuff, so that would cringe. I'm like, oh, I gave them imagery. I would die, so I wouldn't want them to none of that. I barely like to kiss in front of my kids. Because I never had a normal childhood when it came to those type of things. My father didn't make me feel like kissing was appropriate. I'm saying my father, like he ain't yours, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, he made normal things uncomfortable. So now I'm uncomfortable with the normal.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
It sucks. So, and then it says, what have you been the most embarrassed to have bought from a pharmacy? And clap medicine. It's like, oh shit, just give me this like bad. Like, don't read it. Just give me this. Thank you, have a good day. You trying to read shit out loud. Is this your, it's mine. You don't need to read it. Let me see the paper. All right, give it here. You're doing the most. Embarrassing me, I'm punching me. I'm so bad.
What has been someone else's biggest epic fail with you in the bedroom?
That would be fun. Someone else's epic fail would be assuming I had climaxed. And then after they were done, I broke out the 2 fingers. Yeah, Andy, we're going to work. Do it.
You know what my biggest Well, his biggest epic fail. Obviously way before my husband, but he didn't come with enough baggage.
Okay.
And I didn't have a problem with that, but the problem was he was hyper relaxing, and when I came to turn over, it wouldn't feel like it kept coming, like every time he tried to move, so it was like,
Sorry, sir.
like, I know he was embarrassed because, like,
Fair enough.
trying to save face from it, but it was just like, alright, well, I mean,
Like, they're there.
I guess I should turn back around.
Well,
Yeah, that was definitely an epic fail. What and who all have you milked in your life?
no. Like busting up. I don't think you should answer that.
What does that
Questions.
mean?
This got a bug on him? What you asking these type of
I don't even know what
to get in
that
trouble?
means.
What's this talking about? Players should answer the questions honestly. I bet. You finna get people. You or whoever can decide that you do not receive a point if you are making up an answer or not answering it directly or properly. Honest answers receive a point, but bad answers result in the card being discarded and the turn ending. You're a piece of paper. Shut it. Well, you know. We'll just keep
But
that.
then it says what? What and who?
Yeah, that must
So
be one of them
what?
little, we gotta Google the questions. Because you know they got flogging and you know a lot of these crazy words. I don't even know what the hell they be meaning. It's ratchet. White people shit. When was the last time you were catfished and what happened? What's catfish again?
When somebody uses a different identity. That happened to me before.
When someone uses a different identity? What's that
Yeah.
mean?
So like I was online and it was one guy who was using this fine picture of this guy. And you know, so I always thought that that was him, because why wouldn't I think that?
Right.
And then when every time I was helping, like, you know, let me see, you know, like a video call. Excuse me, because you know that was not really him.
Oh, wow.
So when he finally did it, he had this picture turned, and then finally turned it over like, and it was some fat guy,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, like obviously not the person
Oh, wow.
that he was pretending to be.
They trying to get some love too. I get socialized. Swim alive. Oh, wow. I'd have been pissed. But I guess you could say, well, catfish. Does that count if some strange woman tried to contact me on Facebook trying to start marital problems that was live? But I don't know if that's her or not. She pretended to know Tolamar. She pretended to be more than what she was. You know who the hell she was, but it was a situation like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not really the person, then that is considered catfish.
And I think I confused the words. Okay. What would you least want me to discover in your browser history? I'll be on RedTube. Did I call it RedTube? Is it RedTube? Yeah. No. Well, RedTube. Sweet Red? I can't remember. I hate browsers. Yeah. Yeah, that would be popped up in our browser history. That and slavery. It's forever Peru. Forever Peru.
How have you been a good Samaritan lately?
I've been raising awareness on the issues that are going on, some of the issues that are going on in the world, and showing people that we have to do something. And now I care. And, oh no, that's not a good Samaritan, that's my kids. Oh yeah, being positive as a social, a digital creator, that's what they call it.
I would have to say making myself available with certain people way more than I would initially choose to, but I know that it was necessary for what they needed. So,
Fair enough. That's big of you. What were you anxious about the last time you needed to take something for your nerves? What were you anxious about the last time you needed to take something for your nerves? I'm usually often anxious.
well, I didn't take anything, but the last time I was anxious was when I got my kid taken from me, the student, and I was going to have a new student. Did I tell you that? I have a new student now.
Oh no.
And I didn't know what kind of student it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a middle school student now, and I'm like, oh gosh, it's going to be a younger person. They're going to be way more needy and independent.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a boy, if it's a girl, what kind of behavior issues they're going to have. So like, me and him just starting to build our rapport. We got a little program now, and then y'all like yanking from me. I'm like, oh gosh.
It's probably because you did all of that, building them up and getting them in a good place with you.
So, yeah, I
Give
have
them
a
somebody
little girl now,
Oh, a girl.
and no, we don't have anyone now. They're doing a trial to see how he do in his room.
Oh.
And if, I guess by next market period, if he do what he's supposed to do, he'll be able to be by himself.
Okay.
If he don't do it, then I guess they're gonna bring him back.
Oh. Okay, well, that's good. They're giving them a chance to show improvement.
This girl, she's in sixth grade like her. She's 11 like her.
Oh wow.
She's autistic, but she's not like when you say autistic and what you probably might think of. She's still very much like able to do her work. She, knows a lot of stuff. She, if anything, she's really good in her math. I allow her to work independently with her work, and then I'll tell her, let me see it before she hands it in. And then, like, for her math, I may have to, let's say there's 20 problems she did out of 20, only 3 might be wrong. With her English, that's when it becomes a little more problematic. So she can do, like, it might be a picture of like a cat playing with a ball, and then they have 2 sentences on the side. It might say like the cat is playing with the ball and the cat's taking a nap, and she circled the right one.
Okay.
So like when it's stuff like that, she's good. If she just gotta fill in the missing word, like say the same thing, but it says the cat is playing with the, and then she got 3 options, right, ball. But if she has to actually, if they just give her one word like calm, and she gotta actually write a sentence, a whole full sentence for it, that's when, because now I'm not choosing, now I gotta actually write a whole sentence out.
That
so
sounds like me.
that's when it's like more like she needs my help,
Yeah.
to sometimes think of the sentence and then like maybe for certain words spell the word for her. So I have to actually sit next to her in every single class because of this assistance. Where with Chris, I didn't really help him academically. It was just more behavioral stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he did all his work himself. I might redirect him sometimes certain classes, like, come on, Chris, we're almost done.
Right.
Stuff like that. But having to sit there with him and do it, like with her, I didn't have to do all that.
Okay.
So this is more work.
Oh.
But there's no behavior issues like that.
Okay.
Where with Chris, he was 1 of 10. He was doing the most. class
Just laying
challenge
chicane.
stuff, you know. Leave the room, don't say nothing, like all this type of stuff. Where with her, she's respectful. Can I go to this get something to drink? Can I, you know, like she asks me everything. She don't just leave. She, you know.
Okay.
So like the behavior way better, but the work is more. So it's like which one do you want? Yeah.
You gotta pick your poison.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like when I'm looking at the other one-on-ones, who over there is like, girl, you were so lucky. We all weren't Samantha, you know, because of her not having the behavior issues and their stuff with kids who have behavior issues. So they like are up, getting up, running after their kid while I'm just sitting there chilling. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm helping her, but we chilling the whole time. Where they like, come on, like going back and forth with the little kid. Like these kids be bad. This is an 11-year-old girl, and she, like the other one talking to her, like, come on, you know you can't keep going out of the room. And she's like, okay, I heard you, damn, you on it. Like, what you want to eat it? You want my dick?
That's the girl or the
11-year-old.
Oh, hell no.
On my dick, you want to eat it or something?
I'm like, wow, that was very disrespectful. Have I ever talked to you that way?
And
I'm
just
here to help you out, baby.
You know what, Samantha? I'm glad.
I would have said it
this
just
the
like that.
alternative. Like,
I'm like, yeah, we gonna sit down and do this work because I have a job to do and so do you. We don't need to call your parents, dude. I don't wanna, you know. I would rather just work with you. If I'm keeping it 100 with you, shorty. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you wanna go on and sit down? Talk to me like that, sure. Like, you're going to jail, huh? I didn't do nothing. So
it's one lady who, when we come back next week, she won't be having her kid no more because she done sat there and said, I'm not dealing with. She said, I can't handle her. She said, anytime I'm a grown woman and I'm going home and crying because I already struggle with anxiety and depression, I don't have to be dealing with this.
It's true. That's why I would go in. I would have to have a meeting with the teachers. I'd be like, listen, this is the type of time I'm good with kids. I grew up in the projects. Ratchet disrespect, I know all about it. So this is what we're going to have to do. Let me lay down some of the things that I do, and you can let me know what goes in this school and what doesn't work. Because I have a certain strategy to how I deal with troubled children. So let's see what I can do and what I can't do first. Because I'm impulsive. And if I don't let them know me first, I'm going to do something, and then they would respond, and then they would traumatize me. Because I'm thinking I'm in trouble. So I would get that out the way right away. And when it comes to her, I would use certain things.
Yeah, I'm not used to no kids talking back to me.
I'm used to that.
So that was throwing me off, and I'm not even having to deal with it. I'm on the side like, what's she gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, oh shoot, like I'm trying to see what she gonna say to her. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's your kid where you can like do or say more. Like you gotta.
If anything, I'd be like, oh baby, that was very disrespectful. Lucky for you, I'm not gonna match your disrespect. Because I'm here to do a job and help you get right with your schoolwork. Whether you want the education or not, it's here for you. If it gets too difficult, I will have to step to the side. We'll have to call your parents because that's disrespectful. It's verbal abuse. And I don't talk to you like that. So we're going to have to
anytime
make
that
some
they
adjustments.
have threatened, like, to come on, let's, you know, go call your moms. They not like that's. I'll be like, Dad, like y'all parents don't discipline y'all because that don't scare them.
Oh yeah,
So they be like,
as long as we inconvenience the parent to come up here and get them, and then it's the things that I would say that I would hope penetrate her. I was like, a lot of times what they do
see,
to
for
kids,
us back in the day, all they had to do was threaten about. I'm calling them and you like, oh okay.
yeah, so they was beating us like real.
They be like. I don't give a, like they really be, like they still sit there and go back. Matter of fact, let me see, I might still got audio.
They old and shit. They don't care about it.
I might still got audio that I was sneaking, cause I was just like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
I was like, yo, this
I've
is
been in a situation like that at this house. When I was walking to kids to school, and these group of boys walked past They had them in an elementary school when everybody was vaping. I couldn't not say nothing. I said, hello, young man, have a wonderful day. And just so you know, that smoking is not good for your lungs. Okay? Give yourself a fighting chance, you guys. And Shaquem was like, Mom, they don't care. Why are you talking to this? I don't even like him. Like, Shaquem, there. We're going to school. Leave it. And then the dude said something. And Shaquem was like, see, Mom, you say something. I'm like, see, Mom, what? Do you see me? Are you seeing me? Did it move me when he said it? I said my piece. He heard every word I said. But that disrespectful shit he just said, I ignored it. Why are you listening to me? My question. Now, if he come walking up, running up with a gun, that's some shit I need to know about. But I don't need to hear about how he felt about what I said. I'm an adult, and I needed to say that to him. So be gone. I don't owe these little motherfuckers nothing. I'm not about to walk around here on eggshells for no child. I'm cool on that.
And that's the thing. I be still like in my head just because I know the times that we live in and these kids is different. So sometimes I might have like, especially like when I'm on the bus, it be kids sometimes on the bus vaping on the bus in the back. It was one time some kid was vaping and it was like a lady on there with her baby and he was sitting right across from her. And I was just looking at him and the one part of me wanted to be like, yo, there's a whole baby on here and stuff. But then I'm like, if he sees this and he don't care, what's the odds that I say, yo, get the fuck out my face? You know what I mean? Then I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, what's my next move at that?
Was supposed to pull over and tell him to get off the bus.
Well, he was in the back. He was all the way in the back of the bus.
Yeah, these bus drivers, they didn't even have cameras.
Yeah, these bus drivers ain't trying to get shot by these kids.
But I think they should let the bus drivers carry their piece on. But the problem is that you don't want him letting off the bus.
Listen, you don't want nobody having a piece that has social anxiety or any kind of challenges, PTSD, because that's you liable to kill somebody by accident because you barely got a grip on your own feelings. Nobody that has trauma should have a gun. My opinion. That's an accident waiting to happen.
Now listen to this. This was in social studies. These is a bunch of 11-year-olds.
Talking to them, but he just kept talking back in disrespect.
These is a bunch of
Like,
11-year-olds.
cutting them off. He keep repeating himself, and he just keep getting rude.
You see how she going back and forth?
Well, he's messing up. He should stop talking and just look at her.
Yeah.
You're treating her like you're equal, even doing it.
You know what it is? Though?
You should shut it right now.
Been going back.
These adults are so frustrated at this point.
Yeah, because see,
And we ain't his parents.
No.
Because he can't get the course that, like, as soon as they get in the class, he can't just keep looking at them because they still just be talking loud.
Can't even do,
and he's
can't
like,
even teach.
excuse me, I'm trying to, they might be quiet for 10 seconds, then they start going again, and he's like, I just started talking.
It's my inner Morgan Freeman. That's what it is. Remember Lean on Me?
Yeah.
I would be like him. And that's how I am with kids.
But the
So
problem
it's just
is
like,
that
it's
the
hard for
laws-
me to
the
I
laws
want you
are in
to,
the
like,
favor
go
of the
in there and
kids.
just see it, though.
The laws are in the favor
First
the
of
kids.
all, I have an advantage working for me. My size and just how I look and my energy. I hit kids different most of the time. Sure, do I get the disrespectful ones? Oh yeah, and I be looking for them though. Because those are the ones I like to work. Because less is more. I like to appeal to kids and their curiosity
A lot of
about
kids having kids.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem came, because a lot of these kids that's running around here, they're all made by kids. 14, 15, 16-year-old mothers. 17-year-old mothers. And they're
That's
raising
another
these
thing.
kids
The
constantly.
parents, this is like the second fight that happened at the school that was between actual two parents.
outside.
Because the parents are immature. They're like 20 years old or 25 years old with an 8-year-old.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? With a 10-year-old at 25, their grandparent at 35.
between that, the Willie Lynch breakdown of the African family, the desensitization that's went on with the video games that they giving our kids with the blood, gore, and porn in it, the social media that's doing what we all know that's doing. Between all of that,
and their public welfare system, because
and when they invented vape cigarettes for people that wanted to wean off of cigarette smoking, and it made them flavors, the kids have learned how to, I guess you could say, they're already numb. So they're using social media to keep themselves, in the matrix and to feel something. They're looking to feel because they don't know how to regulate without things. They've been stuck in front of tubes and shit. So, like, you see how we grew up? Pen and paper, journaling. We learned our creativity and when we excelled with it. Because that's all we really had. See, they don't have just themselves. They got things where they can do this. So they rely on that to be, like, I guess you could say, to self-soothe. That's their everything. I told Leigh, I was like, write this down. She said, all right. I was like, get a pen. She said, I got a notepad on my phone. I'm like, but you just can't get out of the matrix. Get a pen. Let's write, baby. It's just as good. And it's even better. Because if you break your phone, you won't be able to get them notes. I'm going to need you to just
stick with how to write and spell.
Yeah, and they don't care.
That's why they don't got cursive no more.
Exactly. So that's what I do.
Yeah,
I'm like, you gotta at least know how to write a signature. You're gonna have to write your signature.
I write all my stuff in cursive on purpose. Number one, I always liked cursive. It always made me feel professional. And number two,
Kids
if you
can't
don't know how to read it, you can't read my writing. So yeah, I do things to appease and intrigue children. And most of the time, I'm good at it. I don't know not one kid that has not. What's the worst kid that's been around? Let's see. Who's the worst kid? Even the kids that was given problems. I've been all up in Chester. I want somebody to walk up on me. Go right ahead. Listen. It could be because I'm nuts. Maybe that's why nobody. They might see the offness. What you think, so? They're like, oh yeah, the big jaw, yeah, something wrong with her. Look at her eyes. Like maybe that might be what it is. Maybe that's why people. I don't know. What you think? I might be on one a little bit.
I think you need to stop talking a little bit.
Well, Tomar, we all know I'm unique, so let's not pretend we don't know that. I have alternative brain, and I have alternative ways and different type of ways of working out certain problems. So because of this, I'm experienced completely different than most people. I'm not saying this, but I'm just saying, I feel like that's my advantage when it comes to kids. You know, and then I'm immature cognitively. And they are immature cognitively. So there's certain ways in my behavior that they feel comfortable around me because it doesn't feel like if it was a cognitive adult that's mature, and I have an immaturity to me that they can relate to, and I can relate back. So that's my shortcut, a little dumb motherfucker. So I utilize it as often as I can, and usually it works out for me. I haven't had that one time.
I can tell you right now, like, if I ended up getting one of them girls that's in there, like the way how these girls is, because I could say Chris has been like the one who just his cutting up is in the class though, so it's like, but he's in the class. These girls in 6th grade, they keep leaving the classroom.
Okay.
So that means they gotta constantly keep jumping out their seat and chasing behind them because they just literally leave the classroom. And you're like, where are you going? Like, get back in. And you can't pull them in. And they're like, I need a break. And literally just start just walking around the hall and keep doing it. And it's like, like, they just be getting so frustrated with the one girl who said Tuesday she's not dealing with that girl no more. And she would get up, she would like look at me and just be like, first of all, I'm too big to keep getting up. I'm not gonna keep chasing her. Like, she wants me.
I mean, I wouldn't chase her neither. I'd get up.
But the problem is, that's part of our job. We have to have eyes on them at all times. If something happened, like if she left out there and then got into a fight out there, you probably be fired, or you be in trouble for it, like, because the first thing you're gonna say is, where was her one-on-one?
Okay.
You can't be like, well, I ain't go out with her because
I would
she
say
been
I
up
followed
or
her until she took off running. I can't run. And compared to 11-year-old, you think that's equal running there? Come on now. She ran away from me. What should I do? And then I put the problem back on the school. So I'll try to find her. In the meantime, but I would always communicate with them, just like with the. But I'm in the business of communicating and CNA and stuff like that. But so with those kids, and then I used to volunteer at my kids' schools. Hartranft. Hartranft is kind of like the school you describing to me. I went up there and I sat him with a leg. Some boy had punched her on her back. She thought he was playing with her. He wasn't playing. Her ADHD filter is just not scanning kids properly. So, and she kept getting up out of her seat fidgeting. So I went up there. She had detention, and I did it with her. And I went up there and I sat in Shakim's class. All the kids was looking at me. I went up, had my scrubs, my white lab jacket, my clipboard, my Nikes. Then I went to Jameer's school, and I sat in the back of his class with them kids. I'm not intimidated by that job. I've done it voluntarily. If anything, I got a lot to give these fucking kids because they lost, really. They lost and they're acting out because no one sees the problem. They're acting out because it's something that they need help with. It's something that's going on with them. And this is the best way that they can make noise about you. I mean, they don't know, they can't raise themselves. It took a whole bunch to make them broken and toxic.
Yeah, it's still not like, okay, for instance, with the only time I start feeling comfortable is once I've figured out the game plan.
Oh, okay.
So, like, with her, it's been easy to figure out because she's very easy to manage. She's tried me a couple times, but because she's easy to manage, her trying me, it was nothing. Because I started with Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's nothing. Like, girl,
Right,
yeah, like,
got broken
yeah,
with
like,
the
yeah. Now, if it would have been reversed and I started with her, and then they just threw me to Chris, I'd be like, Mommy, what I do?
Right.
So, like, I'm glad I got broken with him, because anything she's throwing me is like, girl. Now, these other sassy ones, like the ones they told me about, the one you heard, I said, wow, I didn't realize you would see it this early. Because what happened is, when I'm up in the high school side, and you got the bring it on cheerleader type chicks, with the same attitude, 16, 17, I didn't know you can see it until when they only 11.
Yeah.
I said, man, like, all you need to do is be, grow a couple more inches because the attitude is all the way there. You know what I mean? You're just short. But the stink face, like all of this scrunching up, I was like, wow. So the mini version is already there. Like, it was just blew my mind because I'm like, you small. Like, in the high school side, okay, yeah, I expected to see it. They young adults. But over here, one girl, the one who you heard on there, she, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I can only imagine what's going on at home.
I be finding myself staring at her and I be like catching myself because the way how she is, she would not have a problem saying, what the hell is you looking at? You see what I'm saying?
Like a child that's in class.
I'm like,
And I keep looking at her. Let's pay attention. But she's like, fuck you, bitch. I would teach her how irrelevant her comments are. They don't faze me. The trick is giving less fucks, or at least teaching her that you do, even if you actually care. That's the trick. Letting her show you. You showing her the unbotheredness, which ultimately will help provoke her to do what she thinks she's going to do. Put her hands on you. That way it can hurry up and escalate to whatever help she needs. So, I mean, this is how I work. I know how to challenge children, especially out of their comfort zone. I just, actually, I guess you could say I learned how to antagonize top notch living with our father. I used to get under his skin on purpose. And his bitch. 70s. Remember that? And I just walk out when I'm walking past Miss Charlotte Road. 70. Old ass bitch. She and my mom, old ass, gummit ass bitch. 70. Papa be sitting down there with old at 70. That's ass fucking Papa. I got no chill when it comes to if I feel like someone was wrong to somebody I care about. It's like it'll trump everything. My morals, my respect, all of that'll leave, and I'll become this petty person, and vengeance shall be mine. And that's just always how I was. Until now, I'm trying to get out of that, that energy of that type of mindset. But that's how I was, badly, because I was done wrong. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stand up for people that are getting wrong. The justice bringer. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I didn't realize it was 12:30.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we should probably be ready to, after a few minutes, we're getting home. Time fly when you have a good time.
You sure got no more.
Well, him, he got to go back to work.
Huh?
I said him, he'll be back at work. And
You got work today?
he'll be off on Monday. What about you?
I ain't no shit. I'm sure. I work 6 days. I'm fucking good. And then right back, I'm just tired and all this stuff so early. I'm gonna be so sorry.
So what time you try to be it though?
But
Yeah.
I try to be in bed and sleep by like 9:30, but most of the time I ain't gonna be able to fall asleep between 10 and 10:30.
Like what, insomnia type thing?
No, just
Being up.
yeah, sometimes I just be wanting to be up. It just depends. And then if I want to be
Ain't no way. Like if I know I gotta be up 4:30, yo, my body. Cause even when we get up at 6, my body be shutting down like
you
8.
do like, I want to do anything with her. Like, babe, you gotta take a shower by like 8 o'clock and then bed by 8:30. Because I got an hour or so, but most of the time I'll be doing shit wrong because I'm going to sleep right afterwards.
Yeah.
Half the time I fall asleep afterwards. I don't like this sleep. She done like breakfast and she's like, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's my turn to get up there and clean my stuff off, and I'm like, I don't want to move. Sometimes she'll give me the salad and do it for me, and I gotta get out the bed. And I be like, that'd be the best days. Other than that, but at least I know when I hit that bed sheet, it'll take like 10 seconds. I'm
Right.
out.
Yeah, that. I won't even say how long it took you to adjust to it, cause you probably still adjusted.
I ain't never got accustomed to it.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been getting the early
Certain shifts you can't, even though people say, yeah, but like for me, that 11 to 7, no matter how much I worked it, I never got adjusted to it. My sister says she does.
18 years you have to get up early. Even if I go to work at 7 o'clock, I'm up at 5:20. But I like the 6 o'clock stuff. Like I said, the nice thing is if I go to work at 6 o'clock, a lot of times we only take like 1 break. So I'm done at 1:30, walking out the door like 1:40. Sometimes I can be home by like 2 o'clock. I'm just sitting on the couch, chilling. I'm gonna sit at work. I done got a bed get nice and cold, you know what I mean?
Nisha, did you adjust to that 11 to 7 schedule? Because I never adjusted to
No,
it at the nursery.
I had trouble. I wouldn't be able to stay up, and I thought I would because I would sleep all night.
And
But
then when
it's-
you get home, you just want to sleep all day. Cause
This is the trick I learned. Nothing is going on in the nursing home at those hours to distract me. It's calm. Now, if it was busy, I think it would keep me up because I'm easily distracted. But because it's so quiet after a while,
Because they sleep.
Like
Like,
that.
you want to do is sleep.
And the worst part is, sometimes I'll be in the hall and I hear them snoring. And I'll be pissed. Like, oh, so y'all just gonna rub it in
Yeah.
and snore?
But then the problem is you wish you could go to sleep and still hear everything. If you could hear everything when you be sleeping, I'd go to sleep and be like, oh, I gotta get up.
I never forget the one time I did, and I fell asleep hard. The supervisor came, and this how hard I was asleep, she had to shake me, because apparently she was calling me, and I didn't hear her, where she had actually touched me. That's how much. And so when I felt it and I looked up, you know how those times when you look, like you take a second, it's not like that real quick one. It's like that one where you gotta, oh shoot, you know what I mean? Like I'm actually looking at the supervisor. It took me like 5 seconds to really click in. And first thing I went into, I'm like,
please don't fire
man,
me.
I blamed it on a period that wasn't even there. I'm like, I need some pills. I wasn't even gonna come in today. I said, I'm, really crampy, got a headache. It's not good night for me. Not just like that. I kind of like tried to put the shit like, you're lucky I'm actually here. That's what I'm trying to make it like I'm
But
doing.
see, I'm jealous. I can't do that, and I can actually say can't. My guilt would take over because I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I was.
So you see it in my disposition, and I feel guilty. So the lie
I tried to
wouldn't
put
even
it
work.
right back on her. Like,
If
you're
I
actually lucky that I came. Because technically,
Yeah,
That's some quick thinking like a mother. I wish I could do it.
I have a killer damn migraine now.
Yeah, see, y'all can do that. I can't do that.
yeah, so you always gotta put that extra part in so that they know you're actually doing them a solid. So really, you don't bother me about sleeping because I wouldn't even
like,
been
you know
here.
how it is, like you come to work and sometimes you start working, you start feeling better. I said, so that's what I was hoping for. But then I started realizing that it's not. So I just sat here for a second and it was like, my body just had like a little bit of shutdown. My body was like,
Yeah, you gotta put it on to make them.
I wish
Listen, we're going to take this blame together.
I did it a couple weeks ago and I was feeling like sick. I was starting to feel sick after I left work and I was the next day and she's like, I said, yeah, it's because you feel better. I go to work, I'm working like in 30 minutes, I'm looking up on the wall trying to pull a beat. I was like, okay, make it to 7 o'clock. Alright, make it to 8 o'clock. Then I'm counting, and when like it got to like 8:15, I looked down, I was like, I'm like, I'm practically leaning on the walls, resting my head on the wall, trying to do it. I said, I ain't got it. I don't have it, dude. I ain't doing it. She let me go play for like 5 hours. I only went like 2.
Okay.
At the nursing home, I was working, and I actually had legit reasons to leave. And I was so scared because of my trauma. I felt like a child whenever any authority figure corrects me. I always spoke like paper. Tara always laughed at me in school. I will allow adults to chunk me. It doesn't matter what my age is. And I don't know how to. It's because they return me right into the trauma, the PTSD state. So whenever I'm in trouble or feel guilty and someone's talking to me in a way, I don't know how to not feel like a little girl.
And it depends on the supervisor.
I don't know how to not feel like a child. I can't. I travel every time. Doesn't matter who it is. As long as I did something wrong, little Kiki is who you about to be standing in front of talking to. And I've been judged for it all my life. So there you have it. That's my authenticity. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Because I don't know. That's my entire argument with everyone. I can't cap up even if I wanted to. It's not like the thoughts is just going to come spilling and rolling and I can just lie and create. I can't do it. I've blown up my own lie in my face and my mom whooped my ass for it. Then after I left her, I think I tried to lie to him before. He chopped that shit down, dissected it. I tried to lie. I can tell you every unsuccessful lie I tried to tell and back it up with more lies. Tells every time. And then I can't remember the lie in the first place to go and see if somebody tries to see. What you were saying? I can't remember what I said. I lied. Matter of fact, it was one time when you cut me off. It was something that you had told me in confidence. And it was I can't remember the dialogue completely, but I think you were venting, but you was asking me certain things because you was trying to get some type of understanding. And you asked me to keep it personal, but I was trying to be a good big sister, and I didn't know how to do critical thinking in certain ways. So I confided in, I think, Mom, and you got really mad because I told it, and I tried to lie about it. And you seen right through that shit. I was pissed. I was like, how the fuck she can... Listen, y'all don't... See, you laughing. You laughing. That shit ain't funny if you mean. You can't understand. I swear y'all can't. It's frustrating.
You gotta learn that shit from watching.
No, I don't need to learn it. My brain won't allow me to learn it. I can't memorize with no cognitive.
Only reason I think I learned a lot from my parents, especially from my father.
Well, I mean, I can lie.
I know he tell me
I just
something.
can't remember
it. To somebody he know, and you hear him say something that's a lie, and I'm looking over at him, and then he looks back at me, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, I know you lying. You know that I know you fucking lying. But I realize why he's doing it afterwards. Like, yeah, it's like that's a lie.
Terry used to come to me all the time.
Obligation that you was able to get out of it by busting this lie, and I'm like,
she used to come for me every time.
So blew up the spot.
Y'all just showing off, y'all can just lie at the drop of a dime. My kryptonite is the truth.
Sometimes it ain't lying, it's fibbing. See, fibbing is okay.
I mean, I'll try at fibbing if this, but I'm not consistent enough. So I can't keep up the act. Either this face don't support the lie, or the face supporting it, and my words stumbling, because I know I'm lying, and then I'm not good with the words. So it's like, and then if you good with questioning me, you gonna shrink me right now.
Do y'all consider when somebody don't tell the complete truth, like they don't give up the details? Do you consider that as them being deceitful when they say, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you? Like, you didn't ask me. So I didn't say.
For me, if you didn't ask me, I didn't think of it. So that's
even if
a
the
legit.
person specifically, like, so for instance, let's say y'all have an understanding that y'all don't want each other to be around strippers. Mm-hmm. So when Solomar come back from his guy night out, and you just say, how was your time last night? And you say, it was good, we had a good time. And you say, okay. And then later on, you find out from somebody else that they had strippers. And you say, why did you lie to me? And you say, I didn't lie. You asked me what did I have a good time? Mm-hmm. You didn't say, like, was there strippers? And I said, no. So technically, I didn't lie to you. I just didn't offer that piece of information. But, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't
offer information if I knew it was something that would take you off. Now, if you...
So does she have the right to say, you lied to me? Even though technically you didn't lie, you deceived me because you didn't give me that information about the night.
With a little bit of specifics. I went out with the guy, had a good time too. Actually, we went to the strip club, and this is one bad joint in there, because that's how I saw it. I'm like, this one bad joint. I was like, yo.
But we're specifically talking about you not telling specific pieces that you know would upset her. You don't offer the information. But she didn't ask for specifics
I wouldn't offer information. That's a fine
So
line.
if she didn't ask for the specifics and you didn't offer, did you lie? You didn't lie?
It's a fine line.
For me, it's not lying.
It's just
but it is lying if you know.
Not really. So sometimes hurtful things is not good to talk about unless they really ask for it.
So for me, I know that he's uncomfortable with when it comes to me being out and about and I'm not with him. So that's in my forefront. So if I was to do any of that, honestly, I would tell him right away. The only time I haven't told him right away is if we weren't on good communication terms. Basically, I'm perceiving him as confrontational. And I'm already feeling anxiety. So I wouldn't want to worsen it and put myself in a worse state because he's going to get more mad and it's going to make the anxiety worse for me. And then, so I would answer the questions. And if you don't ask the one that he know, I wouldn't answer it. But then after I get myself together, I would tell him. And then usually it would still be a thing. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that before?
Now let me put let me put a deeper one out there.
Well,
Y'all just started dating, right? And y'all kind of got some time in. It ain't like years, but y'all been dating for like 8 months, right? That's still a good solid number.
Right.
You know for sure that you don't want to date someone with kids.
Right.
And at no time did you actually ask her, even though you know that's something that's a big deal for you, that didn't come up. But you didn't feel like, obviously, if she's never brought up that she has kids, you've been talking to her for 8 months.
In 8 months
You would think that she would have brought it up. No, but see, how is that deceitful? You just lined it up instead if they didn't offer the information. You can't pick and choose when it's deceitful.
That's why I said it's a fine line. Because, especially if we're just meeting each other.
And if she said, but you never asked me if I had
we're
kids.
just meeting each other and you realize I'm getting into you, a kid is a very serious thing.
But she can say if it's serious, why you didn't bring it up?
But it's something that you share with somebody else. That's information that you can divulge out to me. It's like if I'm dating, we thinking about having sex, but I have a sexually transmitted disease. I should divulge it to you just because you asked me. Don't mean that I should say nothing because it's not lying now being deceitful. But then on top of it too, I can understand something that you were selling somebody had an STD. That's a little hard to talk about. But you got a kid, but you're ashamed of the fact that you got a kid, and you might not have me, you might as well try it. Because, yeah, you're right, I might be that one guy, just like some of the other guys that don't want to be with somebody who's with kids. But you have an obligation to myself. But also, to be fair, you
so 8 months down the line, she comes out of nowhere and say, hey, babe,
if I ain't into that and I say no, she can't get mad at me. That's probably just for one. You should divulge that information that's serious. It makes you think you're ashamed of your kids. Second, top of two, you won't get yourself caught up, and you'll get me caught up in the feelings with you.
Now, what if she
uses knowing that's something important to tell somebody else. So then, if I leave you mad at me, that's on you.
What if she try to say, well, you know what? I just feel like we just, 8 months now is serious. I didn't feel the need to bring that up because I didn't know we was going to be,
Listen, I don't have to use your kid because I agree the kid shouldn't see different men. But that's something that you would, after second, third date, you would just relate. I just want to tell you about something. Because if I'm dating you for 8 months, at this point, you're serious at 8 months. If you like that, at some point, even if I didn't necessarily see your kid, I should have somewhat known about your kid. You should have discussed your childhood. I should know something is going on with your person.
But you don't give yourself no type of accountability in it? Because to me, if I'm a person who know I don't want nobody with kids, that's going to be on my checkoff list to know.
Okay.
I feel like y'all both have accountability in it though.
Well, therefore, like I said, in conversations, I might start talking about it. Within 8 months, I would have been told you. So to me, as the other person, you're a fool for not in 8 months. I didn't tell you I don't want to have no kids. I would think within the first month, within the first couple of weeks to a month, you would tell me you got kids. But within that amount, but it might take 3 months before I tell you I don't want nobody with kids. Because I'm still trying to learn. But that kid, if somebody's dating you, that kid comes.
But now knowing what you know about yourself,
the kid comes with a package deal with you.
Yeah.
So I can't get serious about you unless I'm serious about you.
8 months is enough time to really get strong feelings. Shoot, after 3 months I had strong feelings from the league. So 8 months, you telling me you able to walk away when you develop deep feelings already?
No, it's not that easy. But then that's the other problem. Then I'm gonna be angry at you because you were unfair to me. You should have told me from the beginning you had kids, so before I got caught up in the feelings, I could have decided not. So then I end up staying with you, but then deep down I might have an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might have some this like a thorn. And then I'm dealing with you. So at the end of the day, that ain't on me. That's something you can dealt with unfair. That's something you should divulge. Things like before we go lay down and have any sex or any kind of close human transfer, you got an STD. You need to let me know that. You're obligated to let me know. You got a kid. You're obligated to let me know that. Now, if you're rich, you're obligated to let me know you're rich. or you poor as shit, you know what I'm saying? Or you live in your mother's little raggedy ass basement. Like, you have to. But serious shit like a kid, which I mean, like, or the fact that you I got disability.
Yeah.
You should think you should disclose to me. Before we get either one of us in
are you going to, if you know for sure you didn't want to deal with nobody with no kids, and you already been talking for 8 months, feelings is involved, you find that out, but you didn't ask either if they had kids, and you find out within 8 months, is that enough to be like, no, I'm not doing this because you deceived me, you didn't tell me all these times you had a kid, or you already locked in, and even though you pissed, you kind of just want to go with it because you also didn't ask them either.
That's an interesting situation because I usually get those questions done in the beginning,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
which always is awkward. So I get to play around with a what if that is not me. So that's fun. Let me guess. Because when I met him, are you gay? I asked these. I literally would straight out ask these questions. Are you gay? Do you have a girlfriend? You know, I just straight from the top. So for me, I put out there what the deal breaker is. So for me, if I got my questions that, you know, are deal breakers. You having a kid ain't a deal breaker. Wasn't a deal breaker for me back then. So, you know, to not do that is beyond me. But let's play around with it. Let's see.
The first couple weeks,
Well,
wait
a minute.
I think that's one of those things that people would
I didn't
assume,
ask.
though, that the person would bring up. So you might not ask because you would have just assumed. They must not got none because they would have brought it up.
That's a good observation. Well, he had a picture of his daughter in his car when I first got in there. So I knew he had a daughter. And he knew I had a daughter because when I met him, Alea was with me. I was on my way to parenting classes. That good old father gifted me. Well, I had to go there or they would have took my child. So I went there. Even though I was like, maybe you should take it. All right, no, let me not. I ain't right. But no.
If we were going to be petty and look at it in a out of the box type of way, he actually blessed you.
He blessed me.
When he done that. Because if you're not done it, you're not at a parenting class, which means you're not went down there, which means you're not done.
That's true.
So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I actually believe that.
Already shooting and and just so happened I wasn't supposed to work.
So that might have been destiny that he didn't even know. Like,
I pulled the extra shift to fill it for somebody that didn't come there because I was going to go home because I was waiting on my union job to start. Because when I met her, I had just applied. And the guy had begged me like, yo, can you fill this spot? I had filled it out before because you were going to sit there for a couple hours for me. Till like 8 o'clock and literally like an hour and a half before my shift was up.
and see, when I think of stuff
And I
like
was
that,
so gonna go home that day.
those type of things, like whenever me and Malik always do that, we get those tingly feelings because we always be like, yo, what if like any little thing would have changed that? Like that's when we feel like it was fate, like it's destiny, because I gotta walk up a hill. My partner, I asked him to drive me up the hill. He didn't have to, and I only asked him to drive me up the hill. So technically, if he would have done what I asked, I would have never met him. He decided, girl, I'll take you to the train stop because I'll have to get on the bus to get to the train.
Right.
I only asked him to take me up the hill to the bus.
One of your trips.
Right. He said, no, I'll take you to the train. So because he took me to the train,
that's how you ran into him.
exactly. So I'm like, what if he would have never took me up the hill? What if he would have just took me to the bus stop? What if we didn't catch the light?
Had time to catch each other.
Right, what if we didn't catch the light? Because that was another big thing. We got stopped at a light. If the light was green, we would just kept going. The light was red. I happened to look over and Malik was standing there. And that gave me time to, what's up, babe? You cute. Da, 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 and talk my crap to him out the window. And, you know, doing that little, you know, stuff. And then as soon as the light turned green, we went to drive off. And he put his hands up like, what's up? And I was like, I know you already doing me a favor. But can you bust that Yui real quick? I didn't want to ask because it's like you already going out your way,
Right.
you know? But it was just like, I need you bust that Yui real quick, dog. So it was just like, even with him, he was at his cousin's house playing the game. And he was like, his cousin was like, yo, one more game because he beat him. And he was like, you owe me one more game. And he was like, no, I got to get on the bus. And he was like, what if I would have just stayed and gave him that extra? I would have never seen him there. So, like, when we always be like, everything had to line up.
Yeah, it does.
Like, that destiny.
It's true. You got it. You got it. The blue one finally came off. Yo, look, the blue one finally came off, and the yellow one got rid, and now the blue one come back.
The blue one, he the boss.
The blue
Yo,
one
there
the
come
boss,
to that
so
seat. Like, you sat there, I gave you 3 seconds. Get up.
The blue one went and picked at him, and he was just like, I'm out. I'm like,
I said, I gave you 3
waiting
claws.
for it the whole
And
time.
you gotta get up now. You notice my kingliness seat.
That's why. That's the highest point in there. But other than staying here, but it's the highest point. Where you got a whole focus.
So basically, that's Shaquem up there, and that's South and Samara.
Wow. Yes.
Yes. And the one that keeps fighting for the seat the most will be Samara. Even though she'll get up there, but right back
The
down.
one is coming in there about to knock the blue one right off.
Yeah, the white one is the Southfield bird. Even on the green, I wanted because that's Shaquem's favorite color. But Shaquem, by far, he likes to stand above and he likes to watch people because he's master manipulator. So he likes to watch behavior so he can see how he can get in there. So I like he reminds me of his father. He reminds me of his father.
But do that make you look at the situation in a little softer way, or do you still feel butthurt about it?
About
About knowing that if that destiny didn't play with him drawing in that way, it wouldn't have ultimately led you to meet him. Knowing that his part in it, being a snake, had to happen in order to lead you to him.
I'm not angry at that type of thing. Honestly, those type of things give me euphoria. When I hear those type of things, my challenge is my immaturity. Because of my origins, I am, and my unworthiness I struggle with, on and off. If I feel like someone is challenging me to leave their life because I'm not worthy, I'll leave. I won't challenge the relationship. No, please don't go. All right, fine, I'm out. The marriage isn't any different. And I actually give a million fucks about it. And I don't know how to offset that problem. Because to me, it's a problem. Because it's not matching how I feel. The behavior isn't matching the feeling. So that's something I've been working on in therapy.
I think
The immaturity
the way
is
how
killing me.
because whenever I've had moments where I've sat in that type of situation with us, when we got into any of the type of dating sports or type of argument, and you had that one side of you that wants to just go over and be like, oh, baby, come on, let's just reset, and all
I would
that.
love to do that.
And that one side of you that might feel that way, baby, let's just stop for a second. Come on, let's reset.
And I don't know what it looks like to do it.
But then,
It's hard to
especially if stuff is still happening while you're feeling that way, it's almost like things it's like while it's happening, especially if you feel arguing or being in his rage, it's almost like because we kind of are just taken aback from it. I understand, wanting to do one thing, but it's like your body's not allowing you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're stuck.
Yeah.
And then even once you feel like, okay, I'm going to do it right now, it almost feels like for me, double dutch.
Yeah.
Trying to find that right opening to get in.
Yep.
And scared of when you jump in and the rope might hit you in the face.
Yep.
And you're trying to find that smooth time to jump in when it's clear.
That's true. That's true. I just have so many disadvantages that I'm learning about and I had no clue about. I have a feeling about them, I just don't know all of the feelings that I have. Because I'm pretty flat. I'm so used to hiding how I feel. Because I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know to stop doing it. I didn't even remember when I started doing it. I just know when I started feeling scared. And it was, close my eyes. The very first scare moment I had, going back, Hollywood Street. So I was 6, 7. Oh, she scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. I just meditated that bitch out the room. Oh, she scared. Oh man. Yeah, too many horror movies. You got that one, my chick. Okay. Now that we ain't about to die. Let's turn her into the scream mask. Oh my God, I just really, wow, my meditation game is popping like corn. Wow, as soon as I close my eyes, magic happens. I can only draw it to bring y'all close. And unfortunately, I forgot everything that I was talking about, or possibly even gave that much of a thought to. If any of you listen to any of that rant, I desperately would appreciate a hint to what I was originally saying. I swear to God, I love y'all for it if you actually just listening, to give me a hint of what I was talking about before this. Nigga, I swear, punching bags, all of them, punching bags. Because you just don't understand how the memory thing drives me nuts. I would love to be like, psych, I'm playing around. I want to be playing around. I want to be. You think I live for this? Shit.
Forget.
Jesus. I'm mad as hell. It was a good point, I think. Who we kidding? I wonder if it was a good point now, because I don't even remember what we was talking about.
Baby, forget it.
See, don't stick with me. You be going nowhere fast. I can't hold shit. See why I carry that book bag around, man? You see why I carry everything that I need? If I go solo, I'm not remembering anything. Nothing. I am nothing without my magic school bus and my book bag. I really am not. I'm not. Oh God. You know what? I am something. I'm a full-blown teenager with spirituality. And that's a very scary thing when you're 39 years old. So, I need my tools that I have created the Kanisha woman with. Without those tools, I feel like I don't want to feel.
You know what I think? I mean, obviously, if you have the resources for it, but I think number 1 with the new year, number 2 with your new journey, with all the different things you have going on, number 3 with, your age that you're coming into this year, 40.
I'm having a bash. Yes, I agree. It's got to be something big. After everything I've been through and I'm still going through, that has to be very important. And I want to make it important in the right ways, not in the big red bottom hill, thousands of dollar venue. I want to make it matter in the way that's sentimental to me. With 40 is, oh, boy, I said it out loud. I heard that shit. I heard the shit out that number. Damn! Okay. Ooh wee. I don't even want to say it again. Y'all heard the number. What that is going to look like on me. It ain't going to look that number.
You gotta feel bad.
Did you have a feeling when you came into 40, or did you just feel like whatever?
I started feeling leading up to that. But I was going through a lot of changes. My back, it got messed up right before then. Everything in my back. My freaking stress levels was up. My hair was steady right before I got home. So it was all that food, like all of it. Now I'm about to be food. But, I don't like doing 50 like right there already. I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I still feel like I'm like 25.
Right. Well, you're as young as you feel. I really believe
Yeah,
that.
you can be as young as you feel, except your body says otherwise.
Yeah, but that's
that
my
shit break
thing.
down way ahead of time. Your mind be like 20, 30 years behind your body, and the whole time your body's breaking down, your mind is
You
like,
realize
I
that's
need you to
for
do
a
this.
reason? Your
And then
spirituality is
like
eternal.
with his job, because don't that job like
And
feel
then
out of
it's
wear and
physical,
tear?
Yeah,
That's some
but
other
your
things.
spirit is eternal, which is why you feel so young. That's not aging. It is. It's the divine. It's
I want the body to be able to keep up with something.
you know that's why
When I
everybody's
get
waiting
sick,
for
yeah,
the
I wanna do
judgment
something
day,
crazy. I
correct?
want
So
my body to be
people
like,
could
let's
go
do it.
with God, and the other ones are cursed or the devil and all that stuff. Isn't that the judgment day situation? The Bible, the biblical, the whole thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Do you not realize that spirituality, that's the part of you that is not dead or aging, it just is? That is what you hear when you think
I get that. I get that in the
silently.
mental. I get that in the mental mind. The body
Yeah.
breaks down. The mind is just a muscle, really.
So then what you do is you just take care of that
It
physical form.
breaks down too. I don't think it breaks down as fast as the body because we use parts of our body over and over too many times. That's why it breaks down a lot faster.
I just think the body is just a shell. It's
Of course, it's just a shell, but your mind controls it. So it's kind of not a shell, but it is. But the shell that you in, I want my shell to be lasting. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, when you repeatedly keep using the same parts over and over, after a while, they'll break down. When your brain just
well, I'm coming up with some
Siblings.
information about that because we are electric beings and we have cells and they have food specifically for that type of body and that
Well,
type
yeah,
of. But we're not eating what actually our body needs. We eating what we want. That's
We're
why
energy.
we're all sick.
We're full of
So if
energy.
we learn the original ways, like the ways of our specific body type, the cells that's inside of our body, they actually need a certain specific type of fruit or vegetable. But they just make sure we're ignorant. And then they give us all the extra stupid options that taste good.
And let me tell you something. I don't think they make us ignorant. They don't make me ignorant.
Well, I'll speak for myself. I feel like
they feed you whatever they want.
that lack
So
of information has caused ignorance there.
I was eating, but see,
Because I was
eating
speaking and I
fruits
was
off the damn tree.
like
Well, you got to go to the
defending.
store to get yours.
I would defend things as if there wasn't an alternative. That's embarrassing. Especially when I learn, oh, it's an alternative. For me, that's embarrassing.
The alternative can't be embarrassing if you don't have a way to get the product.
No, the
If they
people
if they
talking
control the
about
market.
how stupid I am because I didn't know that is what's embarrassing for me. To have other people experience my ignorance and then laugh me on it is what's embarrassing for me. That's what I went through way too many times. That's why I run for dear life. Whenever I think it's going to be a scalding of me or a shaming of me,
But I thought you
I get
said
real
something
anxious.
else.
Like what? Now I don't know.
The food stuff.
When
You
you
were
talking about the food stuff, and then you started getting that into your personal thing for it. So I kind of got
Food stuff?
confused if you were still on the food thing or you.
Yeah, but y'all were on different points. So you were saying about that she shouldn't be embarrassed because we don't really have control over the market. We only have, the access to whatever we have access to. Where it's not like we're farmers and we have control over what we're going to do. But she was saying that she was embarrassed because of the knowledge of just coming into as far as like the food and the stuff that's going on with the food and stuff.
Well, I mean, think about it. We go to the grocery store, they go pick up food. Nobody sits around and be like, exactly where's the food from? We know it comes from a cow that's on the farm. But that's as far as people go. That's normal. People don't sit around and be like, oh, what are they feeding the cow? Oh, are they making sure the cow walks enough? Or they making sure that they keep it in cage and they need to be
People are
grazed
living life and they don't have time to sit there and be like, are they pumping this meat with this?
Yes, and this is what I'm trying to tell them.
So even if they know it, they don't think about it. And then even if they thought about it, they're like, well, what's the next move? I gotta eat.
It's like if you go to the store and you get a car and you buy a car and then somebody get a car and it needs to get worked on, you don't say, well, I wonder if this radiator it has a hole in this because this is why this is heating up and now this is why this ain't working. I don't give a shit about that. I don't need to know that. I just take it to the mechanic because he's the one who needs to know that. Then he tells me what's wrong, and I be like, sound like they can make sense to me. Okay, go ahead, right on, fix it. Same thing with the farmer. Like, I'm not supposed to know all this thing with food. That's why we trying to do each other eat, because I'm just like, generally, we just know we eat meat. It comes from a cow that's on a farm.
But see,
It doesn't go no further. It doesn't go no further than unless we had experience in that, unless we know somebody or related to somebody that was a farmer. Then they might go into detail more than you have a certain knowledge. So if you come across somebody that got more knowledge than you, then because they probably have experience with it. So therefore, they'll know more than you. But you're just like the average person. We just know this is the basic shit.
The reason why for me it don't even like bother me anymore, because I've started thinking in an outside of the box kind of way. I don't even, people are looking for something crazy to happen. You ever seen that series, The Walking Dead?
Yes, get the hell out of
Okay.
We saw a little bit of it.
We stayed summer.
But enough to see the premise about the end of the apocalypse, all that stuff. People are looking for something crazy to look like that, to be like, oh, it's the end of the world, it's the apocalypse. I don't think like that. For me, I think of it like we're already living in the apocalypse right now. That's why, like, when you look at if you was watching Walking Dead and stuff, all the meats and all the type of stuff they were eating rat burgers, they were eating this, you know, like they had to eat what they had.
Yeah, I
so
agree
when
with
we
you.
look at there and see, oh, we found out that this is this, or they got this and this food, that's because, again,
Because we
we're
watch
already
movies, and the movies tell us what a apocalyptic type of world
Exactly, we're
is
already
supposed to
in
look
there.
like.
So
but
yes,
I
so
agree
what-
with you.
Like,
We're
I just
basically
saw
living
something
in-
yesterday, this morning, they had something on there now about water bottles. You spend money on water bottles, and then they saying, oh, there's some type of something inside of the water bottle.
in the water bottles. They
I
have
said,
different,
what
they have,
the
they have
heck?
different
I
brands.
I said, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You try to spend money on water bottles because you not drink from the tap. And now, Justin, you buy lettuce. Oh, the lettuce got E. coli in it. So I said, man, it's all messed up. It doesn't matter. This is already the apocalypse. So it doesn't matter. We're already in the apocalypse. Y'all waiting for an event to happen to figure in the apocalypse,
all
and
the
we're
wars and
already in
stuff
it.
going on. It's like, this is Devil's Playground. All the wars. Kids don't respect adults anymore. Adults don't respect the damn self anymore. Everybody's on these freaking fans on there. You know what I'm saying? There's no longer
The type of stuff that's happening with like the different type of like murders and stuff you see, that's not even like regular stuff. The stuff that you don't want you to get
for no reason. It just be stupid
So-
shit.
The demons is already walking through. That's what I'm saying, like we're already in the
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm not waiting for an incident.
This is
This
the
is the incident.
Devil's Playground. Like I told her, he's running the show. His job is to see if he can turn what he is. The creator, that's his job. So he plays around in this realm that we're living in, which is Earth. This is his domain. It's just, do we fall victim to what he's selling us? Or do we say, we know there's something better than this, and I ain't gonna fall victim to it? A lot of people, they fall victim to it, but we use all kind of avenues, TV, music, and all these type of things, drugs, that cause us as people to fall victim to whatever devil is
Now
going on.
here's the interesting question. Now because we live mostly, well not mostly, we live in our body day in and day out, right? So that's why we feel more comfortable seeing ourselves as a body. That's why most people will say, I have a spirit in my body. Instead of I am a spirit that has a body. See what I'm saying? Those are two totally different
basically
things.
a life
So
force.
am I a body with a spirit? Or am I a spirit that has a body? See what I'm saying?
You're a spirit that has a body.
But most people don't look at it like that. They don't see themselves as a spirit
because you know
that
why?
has a body.
The
They
body
see
is
themselves as a
something-
body
the body is
that's
something
holding
that you
a
can see.
spirit.
The body is something that you can see.
That's
And
why
a lot
I said
of
everybody
times-
lives day to
and
day
you
as a
can't see
body.
the spirit, you just know
So
it's
they
there, but we're
identify as a
energy.
body.
And if we're energy that's running through us, energy has some type of life force to it. So therefore, we are energy, or like we say, a spirit inside the body. But people, it's like that's why people have a hard time believing this God, because we can't see Him. That's where the faith and the belief comes. It's like believing you have a spirit, but you don't want to because you like, well, I see the shell. But it goes so much deeper than that. But it's hard for humans.
So people will say, I have a spirit, but it's not that you have a
to
spirit.
believe something they
or
can't
a
see.
spirit.
It's hard to believe something that you can't see.
Yep.
You know, it's definitely hard. Anytime somebody come and tell you something, you be like, I did this, let me see. Because then you be like, I don't believe you, so let me see. And then when I see you, be like, nah, I believe you. So it's a funny line with that kind of stuff like that. But these are just, but those come down to the imperfection of the human being, where we question, even though we might know it's a fact, we still question it because that's the flaw in us. So it's like, yeah. That's what I said. You got to watch who you put yourself around, because when you put yourself around bad people, your spirit is going to continuously saturate with bad things around it.
Yeah.
So what happens is your spirit, you end up falling victim to it. That's what I said. Like I try to tell the kids all the time. You gotta, wait, huh?
That's why every so often I also have to recycle my news feed on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like before I start, because when you follow certain things or you click on certain things, it will, like for instance, if you're watching a lot of funny stuff, then Facebook will start, or anything, TikTok, it will start putting funny stuff to you because they see that's the way you do it. If you're watching dance stuff, they'll start sending a lot of dance, but if you're watching ratchet stuff, you see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So they're going to send what they see is your
Algorithms. That's
right.
what I was trying to say with TikTok.
The algorithm,
Algorithms.
It's going to send to you what they see that you're into, you know. So every now and then, especially if I'm getting if I'm in my ratchet mode and I'm seeing a lot of stuff and I'm being entertained, and I'm like, you know what, I'm losing some brain cells here. It's time to recycle this algorithm and let me start looking at some motivation stuff. Let me start looking at some this or whatever, you know, that's time to reset the algorithm. So sometimes, I'm a human. Let's bring some ratchet here. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna this, that, and third, but not for,
I never heard that
Reset
word
for a
used that
reset.
way in a sentence. It was helpful.
Yeah, that's why I keep my circle small. Because people these days are so jacked up. I don't even want what they carry around with them. Because I think that there's good and bad spirits around us.
energy transfer.
And and if you got good and bad spirits around you, if you walking around bad spirits gonna hang around you. So if I'm around you now, I'm gonna be around you and the 10 of the bad little entities of bad spirits that want to hang around you because they like the bad and you're carrying that, so they just trying to infect me too. No. So I'd be like, you can stay over there, because I don't want them coming over here and putting things to tempt the human side of me that will fall victim to some sort of temptation, because we all sinners.
Right.
So
Preach, Reverend.
What?
Preach it, right?
I just try to see things more clear. I try to read between the lines, around the lines, every
I believe
kind of
you.
way.
I believe you. Red. Pass the plate, sister. Go on.
There's a lot of ways people pull
Go on then. Yeah, go. She getting it. He getting the Holy Ghost over there. Go on and give him the plate, sister. Come on now. I gotta get a big. You know what? Going to hell, Rev. Yo, going to hell. She passed the plate. Sorry. That's the funniest thing ever to me. Oh, what comedian I was watching said, no, it was Mike Epps. He was like, I seen a woman jump out of her Holy Ghost because the Rev kept passing the plate. And he said, she was like, all right, that's enough. You done passed the plate more than twice. He's like, how she jump out of the Holy Ghost just because she seen him passing the plate, taking advantage. Hilarious. Now I gotta see Mike Epps. Big on the car ride.
That whole thing is true. That is true.
I struggle with immaturity a lot. And I think that's the biggest downfall in my marriage that I bring in. I think everybody has immaturity though. We all have inner children in spirituality.
I think it's well, unless you match up with an energy similar to you, it's always that opposite. Because I'm the more playful, immature one than him.
And it's crazy because I think I psychologically picked a man that would help reparent me because I haven't been raised by my father intimacy wise, and like a lot of ways. Then I learned he coached me. Oh man, I had cried in front of
to
the
bring
third.
that up. I was shocked,
Really?
shell shocked, because I thought when you started getting into stuff that you was going to speak generally,
Okay.
and I was like, yeah. I'm like, yo.
What you talking about exactly?
Dropping names. You like, yeah, cause my dad. I thought,
Yeah, she did.
I didn't know. Yeah, I thought she was just going like general. Like whenever I be doing this stuff, I always generalize because what it is the emphasis in me. The emphasis in me is like
I wanted to be authentic, but I wasn't bashing. I tried
I
not
know,
to shame
but
and bash.
it's just because of my emphasis.
Okay.
And one thing that I've learned, and I said, wow, that was powerful that I saw, and I'm now trying to use it for my homework. And it said that you have to allow your boundaries to be stronger than your empathy. And that was, a lot for me because sometimes I might put how someone else is feeling over, like putting certain things to the side because I'm more worried about their feelings or how they're going to experience it. So like for instance, even if I was doing a live like that, I would be more worried about how is this going to make them feel. I don't want them to think I'm trying to make them look. You know what I mean? Even though I'm the person. Because look, it's like when they was raising you, did they think about all this stuff? How they make you feel when you was getting pushed to the side and you then wasn't doing all this thinking about how me, the kid, was experiencing it. But yet, here I am, can't speak my truth because I'm thinking about how you want to feel. See what I'm saying? So why is it that I gotta put all the extra?
Well, for some people, depending on the relationship, for some people, you owe them a little bit of that. Let's call it leniency. That you don't go too much in.
But you telling your story.
Even when you're telling your story, you're still telling somebody else's story in the midst of you telling your story.
I just saw something today. Hold on. I just saw something today from Cat Williams. I saw something today from Cat Williams. I can't say it verbatim because I don't remember exactly verbatim, but it was in alignment to this, and it said, you cannot tell me how to tell my story of how I experienced you. And if you were concerned about how I was going to tell my story of how I experienced you, then you should have treated me better.
Now, this is what I don't agree with. And this is why. Now, if me and you was talking personally or if it's amongst family, then it's different. But for you to do it publicly, for the whole world to see, you throw me underneath the bus. Because that might affect me from another angle because you did it publicly.
But how you treated me affected me.
But listen to this right here.
Listen to this right here.
It's the same thing like somebody that gets on the phone and has my OnlyFans and showing it, see all over the internet. And then they wonder why did he get that job. Because you just put that on publicly. Now, if you just kept that privately between the two guys you were picking with, then you probably would have been straight, and then that would have been internal. If one of them would have thrown that under the bus and said, well, that's my life, well, that affected me, so I'm going to throw you under the bus. Yeah, but you just destroyed all of this just for that. So to me, you owe an obligation to the person when you decide to display things publicly, because you just ain't telling your story. But while you're telling your story, and you might be right, you're burying me for another end. And that's not
But
fair
it's
because
also
vice versa.
cause and effect, though.
But guess what? We've all done things to other people. That's like somebody come and say, pick somebody that you might have done something wrong to before. They felt like you did something wrong. They go in there publicly and then throw you under the bus publicly. And you be like, dang, that was 15 years ago. Now you gonna throw me under the bus publicly now? I just got this new dang job. Now I don't have it no more because they just found that out.
So you want me to basically think of you more than you did for me?
No. Like I said, it's an obligation because you might not be. Now, suppose if I was a man, right? Like, I got a job to take care of my wife and my kids. And something from 20 years ago that I might get somebody something wrong, and they're right. You want to call me a person? You want to do it amongst your friends? You know, or you want to do it amongst the group of family members? Then that's fine. But when you do it publicly right now, you want to just say it affected me. Now you just affected my wife and you just affected the kids. Because we was dependent on that just to tell you the truth. You got to destroy me to tell you the truth. Also tell the truth to me and around whoever it was done in front of, or around the whole family, if it's family shit, then throw me under the bus in front of the whole
So let me
family.
ask you a question. If you was doing an interview and they asked you a direct question, not that you're trying to throw somebody under the bus. Let's say, for instance, they asked you a direct
And I would
question.
generalize it, and I wouldn't specifically point to somebody. Then you have to generalize that.
And they say, how did you get that mark on your face? And that mark came on your face because your dad in a fit of rage without actually, because you broke something, and instead of him saying, you know what, go to your room or whatever, he decided to pick up a cup and smash you in the face, and now you got that scar.
Now I understand what you're saying.
So the point I'm saying is, but what I should do is not tell my truth, because this is the trauma that I'm going through.
Maybe I might
because I gotta save face and not make him look bad, even though
it's not necessarily about making you look bad, even if it's about yourself making you look bad. Because you know what I might tell them? It's none of your business. Because quite frankly, I don't want the other question to come with it, because maybe I feel some kind of way about the fact that I did my own father hit me with it. So I don't need you bringing that up to bother me. So when I talk about it, now I'm reliving it and now I'm pissed at it. So quite frankly, it's none of your business. That's why if you notice some people that's out there in the world, they get interviews, a lot of them sometimes they'll refuse to answer certain questions because, for one, it's really like a business of trying a little too much. And for two, I'm not willing to put me and my family business out there, whether they did me right or wrong. Because this stays in this.
Well, that's why I said that was brave of her, because me, even though I feel how she feel, and I do want to say it, I would have said, you know what, a loved one didn't react in the way how they were supposed to, but they don't know who the person is.
That's why.
Where Nisha, when she did her live, she's like, my father, la da da da. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. So you can say that, and you have every right to say it because it's true.
Yes, but like I said, I would not do that in a public platform. At that point, I would generalize. Because people could guess. Maybe it was a father, maybe it was an uncle, or something like that. Maybe I keep you guessing, but I don't give you exact specifics because I'm generalizing. But you know something to that effect is happening to you, so you can as a smart person, some sense, you can kind of figure out it has to be.
So that's why I was bringing that up with her, because whenever I've done stuff where I've talked about childhood trauma and stuff, I've just generalized, and I also didn't really necessarily talk about myself. I just used language like, I know a lot of us have been heard from sisters. I know a lot of us, like, just making it about everybody, and not necessarily
or you could be talking about the people you grew up with in your neighborhood. People them don't know, so I kind of keep you with
But the only reason why I express it that way, again, is because of my empathy strong. Right. But honestly, in ways I wish I could be like her, and not make it about me trying to always cover for someone else, and sometimes be able to.
I don't look at it as covering for somebody. Sometimes you could put the other family to shame. Because suppose my father, suppose my father didn't hit me with a glass and it did that, but my family worked it out a different kind of way instead of making him go to jail, right? But not only did you just call the father right now you just shame everybody else. Now you're not only just affecting.
But how about we not make it about shaming him and make it about and me explaining? This is why I struggle with
him.
But this is why I have to explain why I struggle with certain things. So like it's like, okay, what's more right now? I want to paint the picture and tell you why I'm the way I am, and these are the things that led up to me being this way. But we can't focus on that because we gotta focus on what if you do that, then that causes this, that. So it's like, so now I had to shortcut my story, shortcut why explaining the depth of how I am because I gotta look out for.
Well, like I said before, to me, I don't look at it as looking. I'm not looking out. Because for one thing, like I said, it's really that you're pretty. That's why I don't like social media platforms because what people end up starting to do is they start taking all their hurt and their pain and they tell everybody on the other side of the world as well what's going on with them, and it's really your business. To me, we disclosing too much information. See what I'm saying? That's why we have such a word called privacy. Privacy should be respected. Some things should stay inside family. Some things should stay inside your community. People in New York or California and China don't need to know what's going on with you inside of your community. And nor would they display that. No, I think they should. Because like I say, some things that might happen bad inside the family honestly should stay in-house. And some things you can put out of house, but you have to know what kind of stuff is okay to put out of house.
So when you went on there, you saw like Aunt Renee, I think she said something like, oh, I just checked on him or something. Or she said something like that.
Yeah.
Remember? And I'm like, what the hell they got to do with anything?
I found that weird too.
Yeah, that was cringe. And then you said Aunt Debbie was in there. You said, when you were seeing familiar family, did that make you still feel empowered to keep going, or did you start to feel a little cringe, like, okay, should I pump the brakes a little bit, or, like, did you have any kind of feelings after it was done, like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have, or did you still feel good about it?
I love these questions. I might throw that out there. It's so much better than judgment. Ew. That was disgusting. Don't match. Ew. Oh, throw it away. Gross. Oh, it was so loud. Damn. Did I forget? Wow.
After the live was over, did you feel any kind of regret? Or did you feel like I did what I was supposed to do? Like I came and I conquered?
I didn't feel regret at all. I felt excited.
Okay.
And that's, I think if you research attention deficit, if you, the cognitive brain, and you really get into what's going on with that, you'll understand, like, is that why they think this way? It really is because of that. I don't have the, I guess you could say the fear because I'm not controlled by that. I'm controlled by other things. And a lot of the times, I'm not in control of myself. So I'm doing things to gain better self-control and self-awareness. So the more aware I become within, period, the more control I feel with my life and my purpose. So I just become persistent and shit. And then I get into hyper-focus. Once that happens, it's not really much that can distract me from whatever the goal is I have in mind. I can put into hyper-focus. Everything will literally go away except whatever it is I'm focused on. And my purpose right now is what I'm focused on. So a lot of the times I struggle to, what should I say, multitask, to be able to be multiple niches. So I can be my trauma self, then I gotta be a mom, and then I gotta be a wife, then I gotta be a business woman.
Like I feel like we both wrote books of our childhood trauma. Yours would be more probably detailed, and mine would be like as detailed as I could, but still with them wanting more. Like, wait, who did that? What was, you know what I mean? Where I feel like her would be like a tell-all book, like, you know, like,
It's
damn,
like,
like, you know.
have you ever heard the old term, never let your left hand know what your right hand doing? Because it's a backfire on you. It's like, for instance, like a lot of people ask me, they'll say, well, how you end up in the States instead when you find out from college, they're like, who the hell would come here? And I'm like, because my parents are most of my brothers in the States. And people will be like, well, what happened? And I'll be like, well, you know, my father messed up, which like it implies he cheated on my mom. So people might want to ask more. That's none of your business, because I'm not going to bury my father just because he screwed up and I'm a little. I used to be upset with him about it, but I'm not going to bury him with it. Like, yo, you know, he was sitting and cheating on my mom left and right, and she was catching everything. He was like cursing her ass out, come on, like. I gotta go that. All that you need to know is that my parents separated. My mom was from the States and my father messed up, which automatically implies cheating. Because I ain't gotta even say the word.
Right.
Boom, done. That's all you need to know. That's why it ended up being a thing. For me to bury my father, because it's actually a good guy, but when you see him, you thinking bad about him. He's actually really a good guy. He just was bad at that thing.
Right.
So I don't need to bury you. That's why I said I'm cautious about it. That's why, like I said, I've always grown up with that term. Never let your right hand, never let your left hand know what your right hand do. Because shit can backfire on you. And then you can't recover from it again. So it's kind of like, that's why people might bust a little lie, because you don't really want this hand to know what this hand knows, because that's going to.
But here's the thing also, Suleiman, that we got to acknowledge. So for people like me and you, who kind of like take the back road a little bit, for people like her who's doing these lives and stuff, I believe that because we had that trauma, that childhood trauma, and we didn't get like therapy for it when we was kids, like when stuff was happening, and we supposed to get like to know and have the tools for when you become adult. That means that now you gotta figure it out. And sometimes people use these platforms because it is a form of therapy in itself. Everybody not going on there just because they want to tell
like
everybody,
I said,
just to get views,
therapy be a little
just to
bit more personal than for the whole damn 2 billion
because
people.
going to a regular therapist, that's a one-person perspective. Going live and having multiple people, you can have a lot of different perspectives and opinions.
But she don't necessarily know that. She wants to just sit down and talk the shit out in front of the dang mirror to get it checked. She can pull it to the side and say, hey, I need to let this off.
That's only if she needs to get it out. But if she needs input, then you can't get that from the mirror.
I can offer you input.
One person. That's why I just said on live.
So she might go to this person that she might find, let's suppose, like an old lady she's working with. More lonely old lady. She's older than her, wiser than her, she knows some stuff, she probably knows something, so you might offload her, because then she might offload back on you and give you some perspective. But like I said, that's how I would do it. If you want to offload, I would offload.
So now let me ask you, with her on this new journey and doing this, do you feel any kind of secondhand cringe from it?
A little bit. Because I don't do social media. I don't like social media. I don't agree to the platform it is. I think it's another way. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but it's more negative that comes out of it too. Because a lot of people, you can put yourself against each other. Like for instance, them 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, when the girl from New York hit home, Facebook was like, tell Solomon to call me. She got mad at me. I'm like, I don't know this chick. I don't even know anybody from New York, first of all, much less the chick. But now she's been questioning me for a week off film and turn around months later question me about it again. Because she can go on social media and put that on. Now the whole world doesn't know it now. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's not right. You can do what you want. And who's to say that she is telling the truth?
Right.
She can just be mad at her father, now she's burying him. So who knows? That's why I think, like I said, that's why I feel like social media is definitely dangerous. That's why I say certain things, you keep that shit in-house. And some things, you can let it out to the world. But we have to, you gotta pick what is okay to be put out there and when it's not.
So is it only the secondhand cringe when it comes to the personal stuff, but not necessarily like the other stuff, like her Willie Lynch stuff and all that stuff? Or
I don't mind the Willie because the Willie Lynch is general.
but when she was doing the stuff like with Dad and stuff, that stuff was more.
I wouldn't have specified names. I would have just said, yeah, I remember like I noticed this growing up, or I thought this kind of growing up, or and you know what I'm saying, it depends. Or people that mention your dad, the information wouldn't be so much. It might be some information, but I ain't gonna get down into the pages of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go around it a little bit. Where like I said, I keep you guessing. Like when I said, you know, my parents separated, my dad and stuff. You can figure out, some people might think something else different. Maybe he killed somebody. But most people might think cheating, but I still leave you.
Right.
It's like finding out your significant other went out on you, even though you might have found it on the phone and heard it. It don't hit home until they actually tell it to you out their mouth that they did it. And that's when your heart really breaks.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that? Because you be like, well, how are you cheat? Why your heart breaking now because they're telling you out of their mouth?
Right.
You just had to prove
When you get the actual admittance.
Yes, you even spoke to the person on the phone that said, yeah, I was kicking it with your dude, but it's until they say it out their mouth.
The
It's when it
confession.
hits home. So me, I'm like the social media, I'm like, I go to second base with you. But I ain't going to third, I ain't sure I'm going to home plate with you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's social media. But in my family, oh, I'm going to go home plate with you. We go all day long. You know, but some things outside I want to go second base on. Some things I might want to go first base on.
Right.
Depends on what it is. That's why I say these things are fine lines, but then it's also a sensitivity towards people and people around them that it might affect. Because somebody can say something bad about me that affects me, but it ain't just affecting me, it's affecting my wife and my kids now. Because somebody put my shit out there. Don't do that to me because I wouldn't do that to you.
Right.
Even though you have every right to do that, why would you do that? And this is why people need to stop being so insensitive towards each other and realize that we're all humans and we messed up, and even though you might put me in my place, the whole world has no place.
I think people are more willing to maybe not when they get the accountability, the closure, which she didn't get. So therefore, how you going to expect me to take one for the team when you didn't even close the room?
Because sometimes in life, we all take one for the team in life. It's like, for instance, I got 2 cars hit and I had to take it for the team. I ain't even get paid for none of them, and I got the damages. What am I gonna do about it? Taking that for the team, right? Then sometimes in life things happen that we don't want to happen. It's unfair, but it happens. But we ain't the only ones. Everybody on this planet has experienced that more than once in their life. Being misspelled on a tree, or you drop a $20 bill, and you know you dropped a $20, but the dude picked it up and was like, that's my 20. And you're like, no, it's my 20. Now he want to fight you for it. You're like, man, you have just 20 at this point. So you lost it. But what am I gonna do tomorrow? And you got to shoot him tomorrow, because maybe he's too big and I can't beat him up, so I'm gonna shoot him. But $20 bill, like, yeah, that $20 bill, because the universe has this way of paying your ass back, okay? So I let God deal with you. Or the universe, and how you gonna look at it. We all, it all comes back and hits us, right? Full circle. But like I said, in this town we live in, especially because we have social media now, people like to be rude. They like to hurt people. And we live a life where we like to hurt. You do something with a girl, and because you don't like it no more, you gonna put all her naked pictures all over it. Why you wanna do that? You just wanna be, that's cruelty. That's cruelty. But then but when you was with them, you was like, oh, I care about y'all, I never do this to you. The minute they do something wrong to you, they say, how I'm gonna pay you back, and you just put all their naked pictures all over the page. That's all you do.
Right.
Just keep the damn new pictures and got them at this point, right? What else more you wanna do? You wanna destroy her life now? You want to stop her from getting a husband now? Or haven't you want to like just damn her to everything now? It's not fair. Like I said, that's why I said the whole thing is a fine line, but it all comes out to the individual. I think. depends on how big your hole is.
Yeah. So I mean, moving forward, if you do any more of those videos, I mean, I'm for however you decide to deliver it. I mean, again, I admire that you're willing to go that next step because I have not been able to ever do that. That's not something that I feel comfortable doing. It's not something that, I don't know, I feel like I would feel immediate guilt and immediate cringe, you know. And I even remember this one time when the very first childhood trauma video I was doing, like years ago, when I first started, and I told Mom that I was doing it, and she was on the edge of her seat. But she didn't know, like, if I was going to specific. So she just gave me her blessing and was just like, well, you know.
It's scary.
It was scary to her
somebody
because
like, oh man, she about to
she didn't know what I was going to say.
So I'm like,
so she was just like, well, you know, however you gotta deal with your stuff, you know. Like, but you can tell the way how she was saying it, like, you got my blessing, but
please don't do me like that. Yeah, don't do me
and
like that.
you know, I said I'll let you know when it's up, you know. So as soon as I took up and I called her, you know, like I know she ran to it, and then she called me because you know she was just like, I saw the video. She's like, I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be like something totally different. Like I thought, because I didn't do nothing like what she probably
You say
thought.
that the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Because when we do wrong, people, it's embarrassing. And it's like, now you just lived through it and got over the embarrassment. Now you about to embarrass me now.
Oh, I ain't learned that.
But then now you about to do it all the way around. So now I'm gonna have people at work like, yo, I saw that thing up, but you really did that, dude? Like that's like, wow. Now I'm messed up at work. Now it's like, now I'm wondering why Tuesday come around and I got laid off. It ain't because I ain't been on working because the guys don't want me working around anymore because I just got blasted on social media.
Yeah.
So it's like, now I gotta go and explain to my wife and my kids
Even
why
my
I can't pay these bills now.
My
I
mom,
got blasted.
she was good for chumping in the public.
Yeah.
I used to hate that shit. My mom would do that every once in a while. Pop, he always embarrassed me. Most embarrassing shit. 13 years old, in front of Johnny Dorsey. I was like, hate him. He come out the house. Cause you know how Mom's standing at the fence and talking to Michelle. She was over there, then Johnny was in his yard back when he looked like something. Yeah. And it was Michael was in the house back and forth at the door, and Pop will run outside. Hey, yeah, Nisha then broke the fucking toilet. Shit, a brick in that motherfucker. I was like, oh my god.
That's not a
Kill
lie.
me right now. Where's the gun? He did that to me often. I had no pride with him.
You're a jerk. Like this.
I had no pride. I had no privacy.
Like
He stole from me. I don't know how to do what's required.
now,
I really don't.
That's why
If I'm being dead serious,
That's
it's
why I
completely
tread softly
different
with your
for me.
story.
So it's
I
like,
don't agree with that.
so I just get, I hate English. I hate words, period. I just get stuck. Because like, when I start thinking, I'm trying to think right now. Oh, wait, let me see.
I understand some of her pain because her father has
When you
never
think what's supposed to
apologized,
happen?
even when she tried to allow
Supposed to hear
him to.
words?
So then after a while, yeah, you be
I
like, well, I
can't
give you
hear
100
nothing.
chances. You
It's
really
more
need to
like
take this L at this point
imagery.
because I've been trying to
When I think, I
do
see
something
pictures.
with you and you keep giving me nasty still.
Yeah, when I think, I see pictures, and I'm talking about what I'm looking at in my mind. It's imagery, really. It's not words, and I'm moving them bitches, and they can come out. And no, I tongue stutter, tongue twisted, all that is what I am. And so don't let the pressure be on. Oh, I'm damn near. No, yeah, that stuttering shit is really serious. There's so many struggles I have. I just forgive myself. But some people don't. Some people hold me too. And I have to get good within myself to be able to deal with those people. Because those are the people that trigger me the most. But my triggers are mine. I gotta own them. This is why I make those videos with those two teeth. I'm ready to rip off a chunk. bite the shit out of somebody right here. People, you understand? You understand? Want to take some flesh, take a few chunks, bite the shit out of somebody. And really, bite translated slap the shit, punch the shit. But I figured since the filter has 2 teeth, they know that's a joke. Come on, y'all. You never heard no serial biter with 2 teeth. They know that's a filter. Even though I look like a midget a little bit, but it's still a filter. I just wish things were so much different for me when it comes to communication. This isn't. But I have made a lot of changes in ways that I didn't think I could change. I'm kind of like blowing my own mind, sort of. It's freaky. And a good freak. Stop. A good freaky, stupid. But yeah, it's like, oh my God, man. We have these moments where I'll space off. I think that'd be when ADD start kicking in. I'm a ADHD, so I'm a daydreamer, but I'm also high arousal. My shit is. And then they come at the strangest times. And then when I'm learning, I just learned some more things about myself that I don't like it. That I feel more like I'll have to like you to want to be intimate. If love ain't enough for me, then the love is the greater one. This is my recent finding.
See, you have
really
to like
stupid.
somebody to.
And by somebody, I mean you. I have to like you to want to be intimate with you.
Right.
Because the love isn't enough for me. Even though love is greater and stronger than life. This is what I just recently learned about myself.
I've only gotten like that in my
That is the retardedest shit I ever said out loud.
No, it's the truth. I'll tell you the picture.
But it's immature as fuck, and I wish I could do something about it. But it's the authentic truth.
Mastering when to, how and when to turn on and off your feelings. Like you might be pissed at something at work, so they say you pissed at something at work, don't bring it at your home.
Yeah.
So you gotta turn it off. You know, you pissed at your kids, don't take it out on your wife. You know, so you gotta know when to try to cut these things out so things can go normal. That's not easy a lot of times depending on where you're at in that day and that frame of mind you're in.
I've never had that kind of alone time.
But I don't like to.
Where no one was controlling me in some type of way.
I hate for something to ruin something. I go to something mad. Because after a while, I get out of being mad, but I go mad still because at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want that what I had planned to get ruined because something got me mad.
Yeah.
And then after I'm feeling better, and I didn't do what I was going to do, do not feel bad because now I lost twice.
Right.
I didn't got mad, and I didn't do what I had planned to do. And then it ends up being unfair to me. And now I'm starting back over again, and now I'm going to replan to do this again. Now I'm going to get screwed at you. Because now I done got mad about it. So it's like
that happened with me and Lee quite a few times where something was planned and he didn't feel like it anymore. He was tired, and I didn't want to do it by myself. So now I'm going to guilt you. You know, guilt trip. Like, come on, man. Like, you already know this is not a spontaneous thing. You knew this for weeks or days, or whatever the case is. I know that things change. So like now we're bickering. And it's like bicker all the way up to the point till, okay, now he's going to go. But, you know, now we're on our way there. And it's an attitude, you know, so now it's like, it ain't even worth it because the whole point wasn't, but it's like, once we get there, and it's like, but my thing is like, if we were going to, once we made the decision, like, we're going to go, I don't like that transitional stage. It's like, we're already getting the keys. We're already walking out the door. So, like, smile and be happy. Like, let's just move on to the next stage. What's the point in burning the next 30 minutes? Being pissed.
When
we're already going
life don't freaking work that way.
But it's stupid. Because it's like, we just wasted 30 minutes
or an hour. When you're not mad, you end up apologizing to each other because you're like, that was stupid.
Yeah, we still win.
Anger is anger. You just can't. Anger cannot just be turned off. That's why it's good to not try to get angry. So once you get angry, it needs a little bit of time to pass.
Yeah.
And I think that's for everybody. So somebody be like, oh, I got mad and I'm better now.
And it's one of those stupid car rides where, and this is what I do, because when he's driving, this is what he really knows. When I pull one of these, my whole body turns to the window. Because I want you to get the back side.
The back side.
Once I did the whole body turn, oh, she mad, you know, because usually I'm facing forward, I'm touching your hand while you're driving or rubbing your leg, like I'm connecting with you when you're driving. I'm here, I'm talking to you. Look.
Oh, you can explain all of
But
that.
I remember the advantages to men over women with this ahead is a being good for women, I think, is that men, because we don't lead with emotions and we deal with logical thinkers, we get mad and that shit passes a little bit. For one, we don't try to stay mad too long. I think most of us. But two, it's hard to stay mad at your woman too long because she's a woman. And you know she's a sensitive creature, but we have our times when we're mad and we need to be mad so we can get over being mad. But the good thing for a woman is that after a couple minutes go by, let the time go by. We like, forget that right here, that wasn't important no more. It's right back focus on you. The only problem I notice with women is when they get mad, they're mad at you till tomorrow. till next week. Because why? Because they keep allowing their emotions to be to control them from the forefront. So they're following behind their emotions, they're putting their emotion behind them and control them. So then therefore you have 2-3 days and you get the next day, it's like, yeah, I ain't saying nothing. That's all you get mad at. I ain't thinking of it. Why? What does you being mad at me or me mad at you the next day to do what you cooking me dinner? You want me to say I ain't going to work? You want me to say I ain't gonna put gas in that car for you? No, you want me to say that. So I don't want to hear you say I ain't cooking that dinner because I'm mad. Find a way to like be mad while you cooking it.
Yeah, one thing that I have gotten better with is now there is a step to be better. Actually, it's 2 steps to be better, which is I'll say I'm on a 3rd level. I think the first level is trying to get your understanding worked out immediately. And when I mean immediately, I mean if y'all need 20-30 minutes to cool down and come back, like immediately. If you can't do it quick, because that would be the first one. Like I said, 30 minutes, an hour's top to give y'all space, and then like, Lord, okay, let's try again. If y'all can't figure it out in that first, that hour or whatever, then the second best thing would be how they say, don't ever go to sleep, man. I haven't always done that one either. But I'm at the very 3rd one for sure, which is I try not to bring it into the next day. So if I wake up the next day, we didn't resolve it that night,
that was a pass. Leave it back there.
I just leave it. Even if we don't bring it up, I will sweep it under the rug and just wake up and start talking to you like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't like to do that because you still want to resolve it. But to me, we already tried to resolve it. It didn't work.
So
let's just move on.
When you try to resolve something,
because I feel like it's just about to be.
No point in bringing
it's about to be part.
Again.
Yeah, it's about to be the remix.
Yeah, leave it alone.
I don't want to do it. Let's leave that under the rug and let's just
unless it's something like really, really crazy. But if it's just stupid,
sweep that under the rug and just start the day fresh.
That's how I am.
So I've gotten a lot better with sweeping under the rug and starting the day fresh. Now if he wants to somehow bring it up, then I'm like, oh God, you got to do the remix today. But I really rather not. Now I want to get to number 2 or number 1, like I said, but it don't always happen.
The first one you said about the dude like in the hour or so to get over it, I think a lot of guys should actually really do that. I think the difference was that whenever it depends on the woman. If you go back to the woman and she's still in piss mode,
then wait till tonight, which would be number 2.
Then it takes me out of when I try to like leave the piss mode alone. But I say I still might feel a kind of way, but I cut the anger off. But if I come back around her and you still in piss mode, mine's only just stepped back a little bit. So now we're so close to the line. Now I'm back over the line again. Now I'm pissed again because you're pissed. And a man, I'm gonna tell you the other day, a man never wants to see his woman pissed, especially with her. not for a long period of time. It's like be like done. Like if I'm done with the business, a man likes when we're done because it bothers us because I think we're men and we know that we're the man for the woman, and to see the woman like that, it just ain't us hurting. We hurting because she hurting. I think we work a little different in those kind of ways. So we hurting because she's hurting now. So then now we start hurting again. So like I said, I think a lot of times it just depends on where the woman is. And she is one of the women where she can be like, she can brush that shit on the rug pretty quick. Oh shit, girl, we running right back on right back on the ball again.
So I'm like at a level 3. If it's something that was really bad, then I'm going to be level 4, which means I'm not going to wake up and just be ready to sweep it under the rug.
Well, something that you can't when it gets that
Yeah. Then it's going to be level 4, which means we probably going to have to do the remix. But I ain't trying to do it right away. I want to like burn that day a little bit, maybe around like...
Because you didn't let that anger
let's maybe around like 4 for like the evening. Let's try again.
Well, sometimes maybe another day or two might be better because sometimes you need to let that anger that you felt for that completely go. But then it also gives you time to think about how you want to attack it. Because sometimes your mind, because that anger still might be lingering there a bit, and it ain't completely out your system yet, you come back, I think, a lot of times with thoughts that might be a little harsh or kind of foolish.
But you know what's the worst though? When y'all like walking past each other. You know what I mean? Like not talking, like it's just that awkward, like, you know, like just, it's just so crazy. It's just so weird. And then look, this little behind hallway, so we just, you know what?
You took it to me every time. I come downstairs, right? And she down there, I'm like, I ain't got no cooking in like 2 hours now, I'm good. I go next to her and I try to see she up there, so I get a little kind of like close to her to see how she react. It's like, now I'm pissed again, because you know why? Because then now you ain't talking to me, even if I stand 2 inches
The rejection, because I hate the
like,
rejection.
you rejected me? I'm like, but that freaking pot gonna fall down on your damn toe and see if I don't pick it up and try to rub your foot. You want me then though, right? Because then if I don't, you be like, damn, my man don't even care about me, even when he mad. So you want me to come there for that, but then the minute I stand 2 inches from you, you gotta be like I'm a disease, like, really?
Yeah, when we go through that, like get through that little, you know, awkward stage, you know, like usually, you know, if he in the bathroom, just come right in. Now if we mad, you in there, you know, knock out your dumb stuff, you know.
And do end up be like little dumb stuff, and I'd be like,
Let me know when you're done. Like you don't just come in here, really.
I just think it ends up becoming unfair to a relationship when you sit around and stay mad, especially when you feel to sleep yourself for too long. I'm gonna say I got mad at 9 o'clock and here it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm still mad, really.
Because once we make up, the first thing we say is, "Dang, baby, we just wasted this whole day."
Yeah.
Like we be pissed. Like, dang,
And I'm like, well, what?
how we gonna get to say that?
Go in your room for a minute. I'm gonna go over here for like a minute. Let's meet back up in like 45 minutes. We're gonna say, you know what? Let's chuck that joint, like you say, sweep the joint on the right.
Yeah.
Let's start over fresh with a whole new. Let's turn the page. Cause I'm with it. But sometimes the women, they, and I'm not saying every woman, but sometimes women, they.
And then you could kind of find some fun, like it just depends. If the person is not in a playful mood, then it probably won't work. But like how we just said, sweeping under the rug, you could do something like, if you know that's your thing, come into there with them with the broom, and you know, to symbolize, you know what I'm saying, like baby, and hold it up, and you know, you just kind of laugh because you know what they're saying, like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean?
Or I might go to shoot the stove, put some gas in the car, and come back with a milkshake for you or something like that.
Yeah.
And man, I come back with the milkshake, it's like, give me a damn hug and it's over.
It's over.
Like, that's my truth right there. I don't care who's right or wrong. Like, just take the damn milkshake. You know what I'm saying? Let's just hug on it. And after I got you a milkshake, whatever was before the milkshake don't exist anymore. Okay?
Exactly.
It's done. Yeah, it's not.
And that's crazy. You know we greedy when they use the food tactics on us. And y'all know.
You win in both ways though. I'm giving you something I know you want. Right? That you're gonna enjoy, right? But then also too, we can get with it that thing at the same time too. Who's
Not if
gonna
it's
do it?
something that usually resurfaces.
Huh?
If it's a subject or issue that surfaces often, it's not so quickly looked at that way.
No, I get that.
But we still want to take the milkshake though.
And then that's what gets me too. Then you sit there and drink a milkshake, and then I'll be like, the milkshake, yeah, that's good. Then if I want to come next, she like, hey, can you pass it? Don't touch me. You just drunk the milkshake. Like,
Right. Like, he like that was my currency.
What the hell? Like, yo.
I'm not normal in those ways, and I don't know what it would be like to be
To
different.
me, I started to realize the older I get, life is too short to sit around and be mad at people who care and love about. And the fact that I had to live in the house with that woman every day, it's not worth it to me to sit around and be mad at you because you ain't home. It's
Right.
not life too short because tomorrow I can get up and drive to work and I don't come home.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like, I don't want to leave on that kind of note.
Mhm.
That's why every morning, even when she mad, ask her every morning, what I do every morning before I leave the house.
Say bye.
How do I say bye?
You show affection.
I give her 2-3 kisses on her cheek, say, love you, I see you later. Every day, like religious, she'll be so pissed at me the night before. Angry as shit. I wake up the next morning, every now and then, blue moon, if it depends if we go to bed together, which I don't like to. But the next morning, I'm gonna be pissed as shit at her sleep. Like, I want to smack her in my damn sleep. But I go right in there, like I usually like routine, I spend my cologne on her. I give her a kiss real quick and then say, hey, have a nice day. Every time I come back, but I show that love because in the car I'm thinking to myself like, if I don't come home, the last thing she remembers, even though I was probably still mad, which she probably don't know because she was asleep. She remembered me kissing her until I haven't been touched by her.
Right. Now, in my younger, like 20s, if I was pissed, I was still gonna have sex. But now, no, it doesn't work.
I tried it too. It don't work for me neither. It's so disappointing because
Yeah.
it used to work, and I don't like.
That's what I'm saying. When I was younger, I wouldn't care. I was too pressed. Like,
Yeah.
but guess what? If right after, I'm going right back to be mad. So whatever you thought that was going to be like the milkshake, that was the currency
Really?
this time. Like, no,
Oh my God.
I'm still going to go right back to being mad. That's two separate things. Let's separate it.
I'm gonna get you pounding you for a while. You ain't gonna be mad when it's done, right?
But now, it's like, no, like, it depends on it depends. Like, on how mad I am, then no. I'm not
But
gonna.
that's what age too, because a lot of times they say that with people that I think episode get into, when you get a little bit older, it don't just become just the freaking sex. When you're young, you feel like a jackrabbit trying to hump everything.
Mr. Nice Guy. Yes, you come through, get some milkshakes. We love milkshakes over here. But, yeah, I think that, like you said, it's with maturity.
Yeah, the maturity age, you want a little something a little bit more different. They just jump on each other.
Yeah, like if the vibe is off, it's just like,
Sour.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I know this other age, if your mom be another one, because I'm on a different type, a whole different tip in my 40s than I was in my 20s and 30s.
yeah.
Like my mind be on some old. Now I'm starting to realize the old heads just say like when they get around like 40 and 50, they be on some crazy like sexual things in their minds. They like my shit be like running crazy. I be having all kind of damn ideas. Okay, shit, keep us. I know exactly what's going on in my life. Or when you get mad, then you never get around to those things. Just you're mad. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Young lady,
For now.
you ready to get up out of here? Because I'm going to get you out of here. You about to go sleep on that couch for a minute and it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Keep right.
Yeah. Right. It's cozy on this couch. Quite nice.
I ain't that dude yet that's going to pick you up and carry you down to the car.
No kidding.
Not happening.
No kidding. And I'm not that woman that likes to be carried.
Especially not down. Just that too.
Thank you. feeling it, but I think when I eat that fast food, I ain't gonna say I think I know. Fast food is good.
That's why I don't eat
But
that
that's why I don't eat that
That's why I don't eat that much of it anymore.
Exactly. That's why I don't fuck with this.
My sister's about to leave me.
Can you edit this out? Can somebody edit her out of my picture? Babe, this is too much. Yo, you didn't even see this right here. You know when she sit down with Ava, right?
I'm disgusting. That's disrespectful to our race. Just set us back a whole bunch of years.
They the separation, like the spread between the thing makes it even look worse. Like she should have 3 titties.
Disrespectful.
She do. Like she should have 3 of them.
Well, you should.
Oh, it's funny watching volleyball. You ever see volleyball or the ladies game? Now peep this right here. Now you gotta say this is for the nigga. This is volleyball. This is how the football players. Like the female playing football and they got shoulder pads on.
Yo, what that got to do with
a hockey helmet? But then they got these like and I'm like,
And you know what? Now this is sexist
Like, why would I
because
want
they're
my daughter
basically
around
saying that they are not to sell. See, guys don't wear all that type of stuff, so they're basically like the people who fill the seats are coming to actually see the sport. But then when a woman is like, you're not going to be good enough or entertaining enough with the sport itself, so the only way to fill these seats, you have to be in these outfits.
but see, they always keep it in mix. They always keep it in the sexual. I don't agree to that too. It's like I do like how they say like in this vibe, like man, he shouldn't walk around just because a man don't have boobs. He shouldn't walk around with his chest out. It's still sexual. You're still turning. You still have a woman looking.
Right.
Just like a woman walking around half undressed, the man is gonna look. So the rule goes the same thing for a man and for a woman. It's just a little more extensive for a woman because it's a female. So they're different in men and they have more sexual parts on them as well. So they should stay a little bit more covered in men. But I agree that men should stay covered. So you walk around with your chest all out. But if you got like a little short sleeve shirt on, you got a tank top on for a little bit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. But like that's why you see a lot of them wear they jeans down here because a man really shouldn't be. Once you show you from the knees, once you start exposing the knees on men and female, it's become sexual nature. You start looking in a different kind of way. You see what I'm saying? But if the men that put their pants up and wear them down to here, you notice you don't really pay on no mind.
Yeah. This was fun.
The artist has got to
And then all of that.
Peace.
Alright, Miss Lady.
Well, he said we'll do this again. I'll be looking forward to the next slide. Hopefully, I'm cream stuff.
I'll do
Y'all be safe. It's just me. They just left. I don't know what time it is. It's obviously late. Blow these candles out. Yeah. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Yo, it's 2:10 in the morning. This is crazy. Like, I don't be up this late, ever. Like, I'm usually out probably by 12, you know. but it's a special occasion. Look at me feeling like, oh, it's a Saturday night. I'm up early, you know, late in the night and everything, feeling like a young tenderoni back in the day when I used to like be up all late. But now, you know, when you get older, you don't be up all in them wee hours no more like that. No. That do not be happening. I'm sure it is not going to take me long to fall asleep. I'm sure as soon as I hit that bed, it's going to be like 3, 2, 1, you know. So, yes, you probably going to get some rest too. If you're on my Eastern time, 2 o'clock, 2:10, yeah, you should be getting some rest too. This was like spontaneous live, like I said, with my sister. But wherever you are, enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, Mr. Nice Guy, are you really a nice guy? Are you really nice though? You on Eastern time? Is it 2:10? Probably 2:12 now. It's 2 o'clock. Where you at in the morning? What you doing up? You going to be going to sleep too? Yes, like, are you struggling? Are you struggling to be up right now, Mr. Nice Guy? Or you be doing this? You be doing this like this ain't nothing new for you. You just be hanging up, you know. You must be a night owl. Because these type of wee hours, this is struggling hours. Like, I remember when I used to work the 11 to 7 shift overnight, it was hard. Like, it was really hard. It was difficult. I used to try to post up in the corner and sneak and get a little shut-eye in because I could not do it. I never could do that 11. I mean, I did it because I had no choice, but I'd be pissed. In the morning time, I'd rush home, and then I'd sleep the whole day away. So, like, people like you, if you're like a natural night owl, then you're the person for that type of shift. Me, I'm never, ever gonna do that shift again. I can't. Did not work well. It didn't work out for me. Are you subscribed to the channel, Mr. Nice Guy? If you are not, make sure you subscribe so you can be on here the next time I go live. You funny. You won't ever shift I'm on. You funny. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Mr. Nice Guy, so you can catch me on the next live. Cause the way how I feel right now, I'm gonna be going cross-eyed real soon. Like, yeah, my eyes is like starting to feel real crazy and real like they starting to feel real crazy right now. Like, it make no sense. I probably already went cross-eyed a couple times. I don't know. That's what it feels like. It definitely feel like I went cross-eyed a couple times. You still would be beautiful. I don't know if you say so. I probably look a little crazy. Yes, Mr. Nice Guy. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you later. Bye. I gotta figure out how to end this live.